We have all the tools and all the streaming platforms. How are you guys? Hope you're feeling great. Hope you're doing great. How are you today? Tell me. As usual, thank you for joining. Evelyn, watching me on Kick, thank you. There was Icaruptus, hi, Oblivion, Rudy, Antony, Howell, hi. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing great work on improving your English. I do absolutely zero to improve my English. It is not improving at all. Just use it sometimes, and I just sometimes watch videos, and I still think that my English is not that great. But whether I want it or not, it is improving. Oh, I forgot to do one thing, to make one thing. I need to share my stream. I need to share it on freaking Telegram. Stream now. I say it on Telegram. English is great. Yeah, thanks for the compliments. I know that you like to say compliments to me, but I know my level. So don't need to say compliments. And also I forgot to publish my video, regular update. It is planned at 8 p.m. Oh, Kellen Robertson published the video. I'm gonna watch it. I hope he is like he tells something about me there, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna publish my video now. I'm gonna make it public. It was available on Patreon. It was available elsewhere on Spotify. I publish like on Spotify, and maybe in an hour I publish on YouTube. That's my new strategy. We'll see about it, because after all, I want to try Spotify. Yeah. And this is my video, by the way, that I filmed today.
Just to not able to compensate the losses, but also for Russian.
So you see, my skin is more smooth here compared to the detailed camera that I have. For this one, I used the DJI Pocket 3.
Who supplied so many.
It's still 4K, but you see the skin is like, you have way less details than on advanced camera. So let me show you maybe some other video, I don't know, just to compare, right? Where is it? How many villages? 30,000 or... So here the lights are kind of weak, I would say, but here...
Coupons. Can you confirm that Russian air defense...
So here more details, it's like more sharp image, way sharper than I have here, but Pocket 3, it's very easy to use.
Drones to Ukrainian army that maybe even tanks, Russian vehicles.
I have a DJI mic that goes together with that camera in combo mode, so still like it's watchable, and you have less all of those skin defects, you know, with this camera, and because you have simply less details. The image behind is not that blurred as on advanced camera, full frame camera. But for the blogs, I think...
Already mentioned you those Russian dinosaurs, Russian generals.
This one I published today. It's about our new defense minister and his initial reforms. Fantastic job he does, and yeah, it might bring actually victory for Ukraine to what he does. Simple camera, good content is the key. You think so? Yeah, Winnipeg hat is like, I don't want to go to the shower now because it's too much shower. My skin is very oily. So if I want to film something without head, I need to shower every day, and it's also kind of itchy for my entire body, for the hair as well. So sometimes I just skip shower days because I just got itchy. I don't know why, but it started to happen with me. Have this, like I have the shower once in 2 days now because of it. My skin gets very, very dry. Yeah, so I just put the head on, not to, because my hair is freaking oily, and I do this stuff in the head. That's why I have this head. We're getting a 1.2 meter of the snow here today in the United States. A beauty filter for the Denys Prince. No. I know that Kellen Robertson is using a filter, but it's like this image. It looks like with a filter. Yeah, still I have like this, some sort of the skin defect here. It's like the dent. Still, it's visible.
Who were studying this,
But in general, all the wrinkles, everything, it's very smooth compared to this image. Yeah, you have
is so successful that we shut down all
like you have all of the moles, all of the, like, you see this, it's like all of your details, they're vivid. Here it's,
this military
I
science
call it soap like image, and it's not the filter, it's just camera feels like that. You may also see the details on this jacket, they're absent. Here you can see like the structure of the jacket.
of the drones and
I think it's visible here. You have the squares here. Hopefully you can see on this screen. Like tiny little, all of those small parts, all of those details, everything. But here is like just soapy kind of image. But the camera is nice. I mean, it's
absolute
light.
misinformation, and the higher it
It's easy to use, way easier.
goes, the more lies they accumulate, and that's how Putin
And also it rotates. But I still like a more professional camera compared to, yeah, it just gives more details. Just polish your airframe and you'll be all shine. Then you take hot showers in cold weather. The moisture evaporates faster and dries the skin out, causing irritation. Gee, yeah, I think you are correct. Take colder showers. I cannot physically. I always take hot showers, like hot. Like now I drink the hot tea. I like hot showers. I know that they're not healthy, but I just cannot reduce. I always put like maximum, almost like then I feel the pain from that water. I understand it's not healthy, but that's how I take shower, and it's so relaxing for me. Yeah, sometimes I just have this internal feeling. Oh, I need to get to the shower, to the hot shower. It's like reset. You reset and then you calm down and you go work again or something. I want to show you the part of the gear which I purchased. Yay! This is crazy. This one I purchased after visit to Davos because I filmed. Why I didn't film lots of the images there, because I was walking with the camera and all of the images which I filmed, they were so shaky that they're impossible really to watch. Well, this thing, I hope I will resolve it. Is it ready to go? Come on, it should be ready. Yeah. Now we have it. This is the gyroscope, yeah? The gyro, or how to call it? Gimbal. Yeah, it's gimbal. You see, it may turn like a selfie. Also, it may turn to film outside. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Here we're talking. Also, it has like the small camera here. It basically connects and disconnects. Very nice. And for example, then I press once, or then I put my arm like this, it starts to track. So maybe it's gonna track me. Yeah, it's like spotted me on the screen. Now it tracks me. So it keeps the position all the time on the screen. It works independently from the camera. You can see the camera switched off, so it's like a tracking feature. So I may select it off. It's red, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nice. So I had like the choice to purchase this stuff or to get the lens with optical stabilization, because I have this matrix stabilization on this camera. This is Sony Alpha 7S. So I wanted like to have more stable image. But the lens that I was looking for, it costs like more than $1,000 with optical stabilization, and the aperture is not that great. It's like 4. So all of those lenses with optical stabilizations, they don't have proper aperture to blur the background or to film in low light conditions. So I decided to purchase this stuff because after all, I have the grip. It's just more heavy, but it's way cheaper. It's like $300 with something dollars. It's way cheaper than to buy a lens, and I have all of the lenses that I have. They just do not have optical stabilization. So I decided to get this one as a cheaper and more effective as for the stabilization variant for me. There are lots of the options, and also it's tracking me, yeah. So I can put it somewhere. Here I can put out my hand, and it will track me no matter where I put the camera. It will rotate towards me. It's nice. So I can put it somewhere and I can walk like I did today in my video with the other, like it's like a small Pocket 3. I like Pocket 3. It's nice camera, but you have way less details. It's like this one. So it has the small gimbal and it just follows you. So yeah, just this. So today I filmed like this video on this small camera. It was tracking me, but of course the image quality is absolutely uncomparable to this one. This is huge setup, huge, absolutely, but after all you have the better picture. Yeah. I don't know if what and how I will use it, but yeah, and it goes like this, and I can remove the camera and everything. Like I like this thing. We'll see if I'm gonna use it, but for the vlogs now I will use this setup. It's of course heavy, but the picture should be way better. This is the 20mm prime lens of Sony. It's good for vlogging. So priority is now for vlogging, and that's the lens I usually use for all of my videos. More versatile, it's like GoPro. Potato da potato. Is this what you can buy? Imagine what the military has. Yeah. Oh, nice. Good tea. Did they use the first stabilizer to film Rocky running up the stairs? Maybe. Still looks okay to me, but I've got terrible eyesight. Impressive technology, man. No, it's like $300 with something dollars. It's not 5,000 euros. No, it's DJI Ronin RS4 Mini, I think. I got no sound. It's only me. No, we have. It's only you. We have V. What is happening with my keyboard? Why it's double typing? Do drones use this? Yeah, they have the gimbal. For most of the drones, you have the gimbal. For Bayraktar, My camera is low-tech, 1980 Nikon f2 and 105 Nikon lens. Oh, that's the huge zoom. Fuji, yeah, Fuji cam, I also like Fuji. Maybe if I return back, I wouldn't buy Sony, I would buy Fuji. The only thing that Fuji has problems with autofocus, but the rest is fine. I work in the movie union and I swear your camera is more modern. It's their defense, they rent the gear every time. Oh yeah. Yeah, sound is good. So yeah, I want to cross-check if I publish this video. Looks like, yeah, it's should be published. Yeah, it's public. I hope it is. Yeah, it's public. It gets some traction. Yeah, people watch it. They like it. Probably we'll see. I want, to introduce those speaking head videos. And now I want to watch... I want to watch Kellen Robertson video. This one. About Davos. 13 minutes. He published it just 15 minutes ago.
So this week changed everything, and nothing in NATO or European politics is going to look the same from today onwards.
I have no idea what's going to happen.
Mr. President, fuck off.
Imperial ambitions are resurfacing.
It's embarrassing.
And we do prefer rule of...
Oh yeah, that week was crazy. That week was crazy. What date is today? Ah, yeah, Sunday. So this week was crazy, yeah? Cheers. American president, fuck off. This was from the Danish MP. Oh, cheers.
Go to brutality.
Code red.
Oh, it was.
You guys are still playing.
It was not long time ago. Then Republican Party they made this. Where it is? Yeah, this cake, and they cut. Oh, it's our Greenland. Fucking bastards! Like, this is so like. This is a pure hypocrisy. They are fucking fuckers.
Code red. You guys are still playing by all set of rules. Everybody.
Europe looks lost.
Purchase Greenland. The problem with NATO is that I'm not sure that they'd be there for us.
And it was wild to witness this in real time. I was inside room.
Yeah, later on, Trump had to apologize, it seems like, or say that British soldiers, they were definitely fighting. But why just British? Lots of the Europeans, they were fighting as well. British, they have lots of the losses, yeah, 400 with something, man, in Afghanistan. But here it's like not just Europeans, not just British were fighting, but he specified British soldiers. Maybe because he got more backlash from British influencers or what?
With presidents, prime ministers, NATO leadership, and I confronted Steve Witkoff hours before he landed in...
Yeah, this was filmed on my camera. Shaky camera. This image is freaking shaky.
And I confronted...
I don't know why this is low quality,
Steve Witkoff hours before he landed in Moscow about his shady Russian money.
I know why it's low quality, because I shared it on WhatsApp.
If you have any business interests in Russia, Steve, you have zero answers to any of these questions. And this is how it all unfolded. So Davos is about 2 hours from Zurich, and most people
Yeah, 2 hours it took me to get there.
arrive by train, like I did. And it's wild. Before you see a single billionaire or politician, you see radars and surface-to-air missiles bolted into the mountains. And I was told...
Oh, I didn't see those. I never seen those. Yeah, I saw some of the military personnel, but Iris system? Iris.
This is one of the most fortified Davos events so far. And that's because the world is in a more dangerous place.
I haven't seen, like, then I went to this place. I encountered just one police patrol. They didn't ask me any sort of the documents. Nothing, absolutely. They just, it was early morning. I was the only freaking car on the road. They just told me, oh, you arrived to our checkpoint at the very high speed, but it was the usual speed, I don't know. They told to me, next time you have to reduce the speed. I say, sorry. And they flashed with the flashlight just to my back, to the back of the car, to the passenger compartment, and I don't have this strap on the trunk, so they also flashed there, so they didn't have to open the trunk. So that's it. They didn't ask any sort of the documents, and it was very fast check. But those guys I haven't seen, honestly, with the rifles like those. Oh no. But I understand that they were there. So we sometimes do not see all of the security measures just like that, but they could be applied. And of course they knew that I'm here because I was in the morning. I was one of the few cars that was driving in Davos, so for sure I was maybe even tracked. They know, like, they have surveillance.
It's ever been. And I didn't realize this until I arrived, but all of the shops, all of the cafes, the entire high street gets completely gutted and totally replaced with new facades, new interiors, just for these 5 days. This costs millions of dollars. So what would be...
Yeah, those like Intersport rent shops and other shops, cafes, they were converted to some temporary representatives of the countries, like Ukrainian house, like whatever house, Pakistani house, or maybe BlackRock, or some TikTok. It was also there. As you know, American house was in church. That's crazy.
A normal Timberland store or a high street cafe would then be rebranded into what is called a house. And it's basically geopolitical cosplay.
Yeah, invest in Qatar. Qatar had a very big building there.
Champagne and caviar. And this year there were a bunch of AI houses, tech startup houses, and basically companies that are getting started.
Yeah, it was everywhere AI. Like, I'm sick and tired of AI, and we're also going to speak about it in this video, like how it may affect everyone's jobs and how basically it is a huge bubble that will burst for 100%.
That want legitimacy on the world stage. So they spend millions of dollars so that world leaders, politicians, major journalists who are walking down the promenade can see their branding, see their name. They can buy legitimacy.
Promenade is the main street in Davos, and all through Promenade there were representatives. You know, before then I thought about Davos Forum. I thought that it's like a separate place, like a big square with random houses, especially made for Davos Forum. I didn't know that it's happening like that, even though that I'm in Switzerland for a long time already, but I didn't know that all of the representatives are just along the promenade in those shops. This is actually ugly, because in Ukraine, for example, if we have some of the exhibition, we have the special exhibition center. It's quite huge. So all of the companies, they take special buildings, especially designed for exhibition, and there is exhibition after exhibition after exhibition. Some big exhibitions, they require additional constructions or something. So I thought it's like that, but no, it's like very stupid, but it works somehow.
There's one country that no longer has a house in Davos.
The Russians haven't really been here since 2015. What they did was they stole Crimea, and then they set up a massive Russian house here, and they filled it with caviar, really expensive champagne.
Yeah, you see, this was really the huge, and they, I think, gave the free alcohol, the Russians. That's how they attract some of the investments. Julie, hi. Flying cars would be bowed down with the tech and cash, yeah. There is also a Congress Center, not just the street. Oh, I see. Yeah, Congress Center there is, yeah, but I didn't have permission to go there. I just lies to you and have tried to get program. Yeah. That's ridiculous, such a waste, yeah. Well, it's interesting to watch this video from Callan.
And they made it free for the public, basically trying to buy diplomacy, buy sympathy.
Yeah, they made alcohol free. They let alcohol free.
Through luxury goods. And Davos realized what they were up to and shut it down, and Ukraine House opened up instead, where I'll be speaking tomorrow. And every single night is basically a competition of who can throw the most lavish parties, who can entice the most journalists and the most politicians.
Yeah, parties like there. And I read the article, it was the French article. They say that the rates for the prostitutes, they rose by 4,000%. The rates for the price and the rates for availability for people spending money for prostitutes in Davos. 4,000% just for this week. And in the morning that I came here, I saw many of the prostitutes. They were arriving or living into or out from the hotels. They were just some of the random workers. I arrived at 5:30, something like that. So some random workers, they were collecting trash. They were, delivering some of them stuff on the small vehicles. And also there were prostitutes on taxis. Yeah, they were delivered or taken out by taxis. Early morning. Who had the most prostitutes? I don't know.
And literally everything is free. All the champagne, all the cocktails, all the canapes at every single one of these places. Journalists, politicians, lobbyists, spies, all mixing in one place. And the whole place basically just feels like a massive club. Basically because it is, but I'll get back to that later because it's a serious problem with journalism. But back to politics. The first night was all about Donald Trump. Every single journalist, every single politician was basically checking their feeds constantly. Everyone's staring into their phones, waiting to see what Trump would post next.
Where is
He was
Trump?
posting pictures of him putting...
Yeah. That was by the time he went to Davos, the same day they published this one. We were so like, Greenland. But later on, he chickened out, really. He's like, how he chickened out? Because before he said, maybe we're going to use even military. Like he said, he doesn't rule out using military force. But at forum, he said, I think 2 or 3 of the times that they will not use military power in Greenland.
Flags, American flags in Greenland, and basically doing a competition with himself to see how much more extreme and ridiculous he can be. And this was freaking everyone out at Davos. And then the depressing part is leaders here started preemptively.
Yeah, he leaked the messages. And the French leader, I think he was with the speech first. And then Mark Carney, he was with his strong speech. Yeah, they're saying that it's better to diverse economy, military, to rely on yourself and on other allies outside of the big players like United States, because they may really harm you in this case. It's a rich fucking fest, make me sick. What this spender could have fed the world. Yeah, this is so hypocrite. Like hypocrisy is left and right, They want, the idea is like we gathered to resolve the issues, but from what I saw, they gathered to party. That's my personal, maybe I don't know something, but I had this kind of the opinion after visiting Davos, after watching everything.
Trying to flatter him, texting him, saying how amazing he is, how incredible he is. It basically became a competition who could suck up to Trump the most. But basically diplomacy here was reduced to anxiety management. So that was the first night, and then Trump arrived.
Tonight, President Trump leaves for Davos, Switzerland.
He really was oriented to go there because something went wrong with the electrical system of 747, Air Force One. He returned back. He took Boeing 757, which is not that great for transatlantic flights, and still he made it to Davos on that one. Well, maybe they have extended range version or something, but it's not that cozy as 747. So he really wanted to attend this thing with his 1.5 hour speech, something like that. Then it's northern flank, eastern flank, western flank, Southern America. Yeah. Can California join Canada?
He will push his America First message at the World Economic Forum's annual...
I had never seen anything like this. Multiple helicopters all coming into this airfield, heavily fortified, and an entourage pulls up.
Yeah. This field is at the entrance. So there is the lake, and then there is the helicopter landing spot. A temporary one. Also some military cars there.
And it was so anticipated that there were literally politicians and journalists and diplomats fighting their way to get into this room. People that would normally be incredibly civil, probably something that's never happened at Davos before. I was talking to some of the politicians at the time, and they were people were literally wrestling past each other to try and get into that room to see Donald Trump.
Oh my God. This is so low, like, oh my God. They wanted to see the pedophile so much. Dennis, if Trump doesn't take Greenland, it means you were incorrect. About what? I was incorrect about lots of the stuff. How can you be correct in a more the world? Like with my prediction, I just tell what is happening, you know? I'm not Baba Vanga to predict something. I just say what I think. Like, okay, I think that it's gonna happen like that. But I'm not prophet to tell you, like, for sure. You have your own opinion, I have my own opinion, and I tell about it on my channel. Like, that I think my forecast, like it sometimes, like I also say it, for example, then Pokrovsk and Mirnograd could be occupied in a matter of couple of weeks. Then there was the breakthrough, and I said about it, I think 4 months ago or something. 4 months ago, I said that Pokrovsk will be occupied probably in a couple of weeks. So I'm just a guy with a microphone, so it's up to you to listen to me or not. I just have my own logic. Sometimes it doesn't fit reality, sometimes it fits. But I'm just the guy, and you listen to me, you watch my streams, we have this communication, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not forcing you to believe me. That's how we talk here. Maria, thank you so much. Maria921, thanks for subscription. Wow, for 4 months. Thank you so much. You give enough information about everything. Yeah, I'm not an expert. Like, I have my own logic and I tell about it. Like, I'm very impressed about, for example, reforms in the Ukrainian army. Today I filmed kind of a big video about that one. About Greenland, everyone was sure that America would take it. Now they have like a new deal. Maybe in the future they will again take it, say they will take it, who knows. But for now we have this thing. Imagine if Cali, Oregon, Washington joined Canada and rejoined NATO. Exactly, good to be honest, unlike Pokrovsk last year with the trolls. Yeah, 2 years ago with the trolls. Syrskyi rocks. I don't really like Syrskyi. I think that together with Fedorov, they will not be the team. I think Syrskyi will resign. I think so. Syrskyi is this old thinking guy. Like, he is, I'm not saying that he is old, he is bad. No, he's just from the Soviet school, Russian school, by the way. He is Russian himself. He still has Russian relatives in Russia, and he studied in Moscow. Held message bullying, huh? What? You give enough info. That's why I will follow. Thank you so much, Ratus Maga and AT Ni Ho. Okay, let's listen to very nice videos. I like his videos. He's so good in reporting. But it was damn cold, and he was not wearing hat. Like, I was cold wearing hat and everything, you know, at least this hat and on top, and it was really cold. And he, for this camera view, he like, okay, I'm gonna remove my jacket, let's film the video. Oh my God, it was like, Kellen, what are you doing? I'm surprised he didn't went sick.
Suddenly you had all these journalists and politicians who couldn't get access to the room, scrambling down the promenade, trying to find somewhere to watch the live stream. And I happened to be in Ukraine House when this was happening, which was fascinating because I got to see the reaction from politicians, from people in media. People were genuinely not believing what they were hearing.
They called me daddy, right, last time? Right.
Jesus Christ. He's so narcissist. They call me daddy. I like it so much. I have this shivering. It's so cringy, so ugly. But he says about it with some of the proud. It's annoying, or how to say, yeah, cringe, yeah? The proper word. It's disgusting to her, but for him it's wow.
Right now you'd all be speaking German and a little Japanese, perhaps. You can say yes.
Yeah, he said, like, for people who speak German, you would speak German, okay.
And we will be very appreciative. Or you can say no, and we will remember.
And the response to this was a mix of nervous laughter, audible gasps, and people just in complete disbelief. And honestly, the best way to describe the whole thing is the whole town felt like a hostage situation, with one guy threatening everybody. And over the next few hours, basically everyone in the town was scrambling, trying to figure out how to write about this story and how to just perceive it. And that evening, I screened Farmers of Kherson, the documentary that I shot 3 months ago about the farmers that are under fire. And I did that at Davos because it's a critical part of agriculture in Europe.
Yeah, it's in Ukrainian house. Yeah, very good movie he filmed.
Farming being under attack affects food security, and if I could put that film in front of politicians all across the board, Republicans, Democrats, hopefully it would have an impact in people realizing the damage that Russia is actually doing. And it went down incredibly well. There was lots of tears in the room, but people loved it. And Wednesday night is meant to be one of the biggest nights of the whole week. It's when the president arrives and it's when everyone goes out to all the bars. But yeah, I head to bed early because the next morning I get an invite to a super exclusive breakfast. There's only a tiny handful of seats, and right ahead of me on this stage is unbelievable to see, just meters away is the head of NATO, multiple prime.
Yeah, Belgian Prime Minister Stoop, Finnish guy. This one I don't remember, also kind of important.
Ministers. But this was fascinating because these kind of rooms are where the real conversations happen.
As you can see, we have a galaxy of heads of government here.
But one guy on the stage who was particularly interesting was the Prime Minister of Belgium. Belgium, which last year increased the amount of Russian gas that they've been buying. He's also been against freezing Russian assets. So he stood up and gave a speech about this.
You cannot just take somebody's money. We're not at war with Russia. Europe is not at war with Russia.
Actually, Europe is at war with Russia already. It's just those politicians, they don't understand it. It's not the active battle with military, but this war is already ongoing. All of the escalation with the drones that happened the last year, this year, so all of the trade wars, all of the intimidation, all of the attacks, even on Poland, on those rails, and recently something strange happening in Spain with those rails. So yeah, Europe is blind. And this guy is he increased purchasing of the Russian gas, he's blocking the Russian assert, and he's saying, oh, we're not at war, it's just you, Ukraine, That's no-go policy. You are, if you want it, if you don't want it, you're still with this confrontation against Russia. You're not in military combat, but you are already in the war. Before it was a Cold War, now it's the new stage. Like, you may call it still a war. Cold War, it also was called a war, yeah?
You cannot simply confiscate money. That is an act of war.
Which was actually wild to see, because while he was speaking, I was sitting next to Bill Browder, who is one of the architects of some of the best sanctions policy to get Russian assets to Ukraine. And he was just looking furious the entire time. And I was sitting there planning how I could confront this guy about why he's taken such a pro-Russian stance. But then Steve Witkoff enters the room. And the host, who is a friend of mine, Fareed from CNN, asks him to give a speech, an impromptu speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to break from the program on stage because we have a very special guest with us. We have President Trump's representative, one of the most important members of the Trump administration, and the point man, certainly on the discussion of how to negotiate some kind of settlement, Steve Witkoff.
I think we've made a lot of progress. I was going to Moscow quite a bit, but I think it was important that we go there.
And he stands up and he says proudly that he's going to Moscow that evening to finally strike a peace deal, his 7th.
Yeah, 7th visit to Moscow. And where is the peace deal? Like today we have the information from the New York Times about conversations and meetings in Abu Dhabi. So far, nothing. So far, America and Russia, they're pressing Ukraine for capitulation from Donbass. But it's understandable that Ukraine will not agree on that.
Trip to Moscow, by the way, with Vladimir Putin. And this is in front of the mayor of Kyiv. This is in front of some of the soldiers who have literally been fighting in Pokrovsk and full of Ukrainians. He puts out constant Kremlin propaganda. He says that the referendums that have been carried out at gunpoint in occupied territories are legitimate.
Donbass, Crimea, there have been referendums where the overwhelming majority of the people have indicated that they want to be under Russian rule.
These are Russian territories, that there are referendums that justify these actions.
And while he's speaking, I remember reading a report in Byline Times about his dodgy finances linked to Russia, basically showing evidence that his real estate company had direct financial ties. And I was sitting there checking my phone to see if anyone had confronted him about this in person, and there were zero results. And he had just done a flattering hour-long piece with Bloomberg at Bloomberg House.
We look forward to your speech, and we thank you for your time.
Thank you,
know you're
Anne-Marie.
incredibly busy. You have tons of negotiations on the sideline here at the World Economic Forum. Of course, that was the president's special envoy, Steve Witkoff.
And they didn't mention a single thing about it, and this is critical. You cannot...
Yeah, they're not like asking some of the questions which could even potentially harm reputation of Witkoff, and also sadly Ukrainian journalists as well. Yeah, not just Bloomberg or whatever. So Kellen decided to change it.
Not sit on a negotiating seat if you've got financial interests with one party. So, the second he left the room, I ran straight after him.
Since the beginning of the negotiations, you've repeated Russian Kremlin talking points. Why have you been doing that? Steve, do you have any interests at all, business-wise, in Russia? Why do you obsess with spending more time in Moscow than you do in Kyiv?
Now, this is really critical because all Steve had to do was say no. All he had to do was say, what are you talking about? That's ridiculous. But he purposely didn't answer. It's got about 1 million views as soon as I posted it on X. And what was so surreal is literally hours after I was confronting him, he was shaking hands with Putin, about midnight that night. And I'm glad I did this because I met with journalists that evening who had been investigating him, who basically told me that they were worried about getting sued because the Trump family or him would go after them, which obviously I don't give a fuck about. And honestly, I woke up this morning feeling pretty angry about this because Bloomberg, Politico, these places spend millions of dollars having a house, a headquarters, a base in Davos. They've got massive resources. And not a single journalist of the thousands that were in Davos asked a single question like that. And honestly, I think it's also because they're in a club. Every single night they party together. Last night, Politico had one of the most famous parties. They do it every single year. Politicians, whether they're corrupt or not, all attend with journalists. Everyone laughs and jokes together. And honestly, I think this is why this is happening. And this morning, I literally got a text from a friend at Davos saying, you know, you're not going to get invited to any of these parties next year at Davos. And this is why the whole thing is so frustrating, because the point of journalism isn't to be in a club, isn't to go to the party at Politico House and party with politicians. The point of journalism is to hold power to account and to tell the truth. And honestly, it makes me feel like the entire media is broken. But yeah, I'll park that rant for now and move on to Zelensky's speech, which happened just a few hours later, and honestly blew everyone away.
Just last year, here in Davos, I ended my speech with the words, Europe needs to know how to defend itself. A year has passed and nothing has changed. Today, Europe relies only on the belief that if danger comes, NATO will act. But no one has really seen the alliance in action. Europe looks...
in action, he said, in full scale, like there was alliance in action, but not against this kind of the aggression, he added, like it was cut here. Yeah, alliance was in action after 9/11, but it was just a limited application.
Lost. We should not accept that Europe is just a salad of small and middle powers seasoned with enemies of Europe. When united, we are truly invincible.
For the last 4 years, Ukraine has been portrayed as a charity case, as a country that just desperately needs help. And the president basically stood up and told Europe to get its shit together, told Europe to grow up, to start acting like a serious continent. He said this time last year, there were going to be security guarantees, Europe were going to bolster its defense against Russia, and we're in exactly the same boat. And honestly, this is exactly what needed to be said. A, it's good for Ukraine because it stops Ukraine looking like a charity case, a country with a strong footing and a country that's confident. But it also is a shake-up to European leaders, and it might have actually worked because 24 hours after that speech, France stormed one of the Russian shadow fleet boats.
Well, it's not this, like France stormed it because France also wants to show its force, that it's not easy played by Russia, including that Macron is also like a strong politician or something like that, like this. So it was, I think, organized well before. So Zelensky's speech has nothing to do with it. It was just not coincidence, but pre-planned mission. I'm sure about it, and yeah, for Davos Forum as well. So it fit together for the time, Davos and this thing, for everyone to see that France is strong too.
And Macron put out a very, very bold message with that.
Macron added that France would not tolerate violations of international maritime rules. The ship is subject to sanctions and was allegedly operating under a questionable flag.
And maybe this is the moment. Maybe this is the moment that Europe actually starts getting its act together, realizing that it can't just wait for America to come and solve all of its problems. And this could be the shake-up that NATO's needed since its beginning. And speaking to politicians behind the scenes and the reaction to this whole week as well, they basically said that America is no longer a reliable partner for European defense. And honestly, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe Europeans and European nations need to start getting their act together and start figuring out how to defend themselves. This could maybe be the moment that this begins. And that is why I think this is one of the most significant weeks for politics in decades. And that's why this week wasn't Davos as usual. This was Davos confronting a post-American guarantee world.
I mean, you guys are still playing by all set of rules, everybody, and I hope it's dawning on the world what we're up against.
But yeah, my final takeaway is Davos is meant to be about discussing solutions, but this year ended up revealing all the problems.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching this report. If you liked it, please leave a comment. A, I love reading comments, suggestions about future content and videos, but B, it also really helps the algorithm on YouTube.
Yeah, like, subscribe, already subscribe. Thanks, Callan. Stay awesome. I will comment like that. So, guys, nice video. Nice video. Wonder why not so many news. It should be boosted. And on his page, I guess, he has more views. Yeah. Yeah, recently my views also dropped. But yeah, what can I do? I just need to film more content and be more engaging, I guess. More engaging. Make sure give guys, yeah, like the stream, guys. Thank you. Did you like this video? Europe needs 10 million man army to stand together, all for one. But it's not realistic, like without the real mobilization. So there is the problem. There's one more article published just recently that 70% of the German men try to escape, even given the information about the health, like they introduced the new law or something. So all of the men should give the information about the health, like for potential or whatsoever. So they tried not even get the information. Germany chickened out of Greenland. Well, they went there just for a couple of days and returned. They said it was planned, but it was just 15 soldiers or something like that. We got so many fucking filthy shit bots in the chat. Really? I'm not. Yeah, you may like the stream. Yeah, Callan, he uses kind of the plain English also describing the thing, because then you speak with him, he has this advanced English. Of course, he is a native speaker, but for his videos, he tries to simplify, and he really hits the most important highlights. Yeah, he also adds some of the music for it to be more interesting. Too cold for them. Also, it's Zelensky, Gavin, and Callan. Could those three people live in Europe? Who? I heard different stories on why they left Greenland. First, there is a ban of German soldiers on Greenland. Not likely. The other, it was too cold. I don't know. I heard the story that for Americans it was the cold during some of the military exercise in Antarctica. Remember on our last stream, I think it was the day before yesterday, there was the thing with this air carrier. Thanks for following, by the way, Sauron360, nice nickname. Big United States air carrier Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier strike group has arrived in Middle East SATCOM area. So now they are within the striking range. I think it's not the big air carrier, right? But still they may conduct some of the missions with it. The biggest one is in Caribbean. KLM canceled the flights as well as some other airlines, but many continued the operation in Middle East. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. I don't have the information about the planning attacks. Like lots of the news actually happened today. I think I'm gonna record one more video, partially touching international affairs. Yeah. Also in Ukraine, something is happening. Europe is moving to replace United States tech firms with local ones. I think it's impossible. An EU Parliament resolution urges digital sovereignty. Oh my God. Cutting reliance on United States giants like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, and promoting an European Eurostack. I don't like this clusterization, especially with Google, because I have everything Google. Well, I'm not living in the EU, so maybe this legislation will not apply here. Finland has NATO border. Yeah, that's what Orban said, you know. He mentioned that NATO should not border Russia. But there are lots of the countries. Finland borders Russia, Estonia borders Russia, and if we calculate Belarus as the part de facto Russia, that many of the Baltic countries, Poland, they all border Russia or Russian allies, which is the same thing because Belarus and Russia signed this agreement for self-protection of both of the countries, joint protection. So attack on Belarus means the attack on Russia. Canada and the United States borders Russia. Well, they're very close actually, especially Alaska is kind of close. And the news about ground drone operations, I'll try to find something, but I wasn't searching for that one. What do you think about Ursula bringing millions of Indians in? Do you have the link for this information or whatsoever? I don't click the links, I'm sorry, yeah, on the streams I don't click the links. So if you name the article, I will read it out. Ursula bringing millions of Indians. Sounds like bias, as for me. Stupid bias. Populism from your side. United States government shutdown is officially confirmed. Polar market odds have pumped to 76% today for the government shutdown this month. Should happen on 30s. Yeah. '30th of January. I wonder if it is a real photo, if it is a real image, or it's again AI generated. this is what happened to, I guess, Alex. Yeah, it's his name. I recorded a video about him on my channel. That's the eyes. I wonder if it's a little blurred here. I don't know. What is this? Is this a camera or what? What is this? Wonder if it's a real one or not. No way, dude, in Minnesota is AI generated. I think it's not what happened, I guess. I mean this posture. I think it's AI generated. Because I saw the video, it doesn't, or maybe it is. It's hard to say for me 100%. It's in German, yeah, or Swedish. Swedish. Yeah, it's, I don't know, maybe it's AI, maybe not. Fake, yeah, it looks like fake because it seems like he was lying totally on the ground and they start to shoot him. AI. Yeah, lots of the AI generated images are. Wonder what we have on Ukrainian channels. Yeah, United States air carrier Abraham Lincoln arrives in the Middle East. The United States air carrier Abraham Lincoln arrived in the Middle East this evening and is currently operating in proximity to Iran. According to an evening report by Channel 13, the report did not provide details on the exact location of the carrier, accompanying vessels, or its mission. The United States military needs few more days to assemble a force in the Middle East capable to significant action if President Trump orders it. So several days should pass. Two sources told to Jerusalem Post. The build-up includes the United States air carrier Lincoln, together with its group, additional naval vessels, F-15 fighter jets, other aircraft, and refueling planes. Sources say in reference to United States Air Force. They're now deployed to help protect Israel and American facilities in case of Iranian attack. No decision by Trump has been made. Okay, waiting. The United States always had carrier close to Middle East until Trump wanted to take over Venezuela. So while Trump gets oil, the slaughter continues. Nice priorities, Donald. Yeah. I agree with you. From the vids I saw, if you zoom in, there no way get such resolution. And just touch YouTube independent news has kinds itself. What? Ah, you mean of that execution of the citizen? Yeah, it's crazy. United States Special Envoy Steve Witkoff publicly praised Putin's translator Alexei Sadikov, calling him a legend and saying he recognized his voice better than any voice on earth. Really?
The legend.
The legend.
Glad to meet you again. Legend. I can recognize your voice now. Better than any voice on the earth. I'm flattered. Better than any voice on the earth. Thank
you. I have this feeling. It's so cringe. It's so disgusting. Oh my. I wonder if he uses his own translator. American one, or he believes to what is being translated to him by that guy. It was, I think, the first time, yeah, during this Witkoff talks. Then it was just the Kremlin translator. Looks like this stuff continues. Looks like this continues. Oh my God, this is so cringe. You have this shivering once again.
Про президентского переводчика Алексея Садыкова наша программа рассказывала не раз.
Yeah, Alexei Sadykov. This is on the Russian channels.
Особую секретность переговоров, но до начала встречи с Путиным здесь общаются без перевода.
Oh, Jesus. Corrupt donut, yeah. Looks like they don't have American translator, just the Russian one still. Yeah, I should share it on my channel. This is ugly. This is really ugly. Trying to search for the news, but we don't have those. Yeah, Ukrainian channels already shared this about translator. Some journalists are saying that in the next 24 hours there is the probability or possibility to strike Iran from American side, but at the same time, other journalists saying that they need few more days if Donald Trump really takes this decision seriously. Zelensky's birthday today. He turned 48. "48 years old. Jeez. Trump's convoy flew from Planet Cringe. Yeah. Are you not seeing this? His screen? What screen? Yeah, Steve is crazy. I think he is like, he's a piece of shit. How to explain him? No filter on stream. What kind of the filter? I think it's too late to help the protesters in Iran. I heard horrible news from there. Yeah, I also heard like could be 15,000 people killed. All of my messages are blocked? No. Why? I can read you. Oh, that's interesting. Max channel. Max 25. Aviation crisis in Russia. Passengers of civil flights are transported in cargo planes. What? In the Irkutsk region, passengers of the regular flight complained that instead of passenger Antonov 24, they were transferred to cargo Antonov 26 without warning. People, including children, flew right next to a pile of cargo. Daisy Cado, thanks for following. I think it's just a misunderstanding because I flown myself Antonov 26, and it has this combined version, PAX cargo version. It's called, I think, Antonov 26 300. As far as I remember. Cargo and passenger variant. Well, I need to search in Russian. I don't have the keyboard in Russian. But there is, I think it's called 300. Now I just cannot find it. So there is the modification of this kind of the mixed airplane. And here in the picture, they show actually Antonov 148. So this news is about nothing. If you know the topic, yeah, those passengers just complain because they don't know. Maybe there were not as many passengers. So Antonov 26, I think it's 300 version. It flies together with, like, it's mixed cargo and passenger plane. Like, you know, this 757 or now 747 of Iron Maiden Air Force One. It also like the mixed cargo and freighter and passenger airplane all together. So yeah, it's nothing unusual. It's not like, whoa, the crisis in Russia. That it's just something went wrong with this airplane. Maybe they're old, yeah. And there is the crisis, and definitely in aviation, but it's not as dramatic that all of the Russians are flying cargo planes now. No, it's just a modification of this Antonov 26. It's the usual thing. Witkov don't use translator because I think they are afraid of leaks. Maybe yes, Evelyn. That's a good point you have. If it is Boeing, I'm not going. If it is Boeing, I'm not going. Yeah. This Chinese general, I think I'm gonna record a video. I think it will be not popular, but anyways, I'm gonna record it. Chinese top general Zhang Yoxia, accused of leaking nuclear secrets to United States. Wall Street Journal. He was removed, and recently Xi removed lots of the commanders. There were some rumors they were preparing some of the military coup in China, but yeah, it didn't work, it looks like. Well, at least this information was shared. This guy was very close to Xi, very, very close, but nevertheless, now he was removed for whatever reason. Greetings to Lithuania, Muntas. Are the single-engine planes still shooting drones in? Yeah. Yakovlev 52, they're flying, shooting drones. How do you think this war could end the military in Ukraine's favor? Interesting question. Ukraine may stop Russian offensive, make it impossible because of the heavy losses, and Russians will be just forced to sign the real peace deal, ceasefire, for some time, for many years, I hope. That's it. That's the realistic outcome. Yeah. And finally, Russia will collapse and Ukraine will return back its territories. That's like the variant for Ukraine. To ceasefire at first, to make it impossible for Russia to advance, and wait for Russia to collapse. And Russia, like the other variant, and I think they work all together with the first one, so plus to those Russian losses and this drone kill zone, Russian economy will also start to collapse, making it unaffordable for Russia to actually physically continue the war. Yeah, here we have this list. China's Central Military Commission after the 20th Party Congress. But it seems like this guy is also now under investigation. Commission, He has been detained already, I guess. Oh no, this guy, Zhang Yoxi. So this guy is still out there. Interesting what is happening in China. And this is what Donald Trump says about China, like not about that case, but in general. China is successfully and completely taking over the once great country of Canada. So sad to see it happen. I only hope they leave ice hockey alone, President Trump. So he wanted to conquer Canada, and now he said that China is doing it. How pity it is. What should I say? Yeah, China is not even close to conquer Canada. It's understandable. But China will have more investments, of course, to Canada production, and they will sell more goods to Canada because Canada has no other option with this guy like Donald Trump, right? Kash Patel, you cannot bring a firearm loaded with multiple magazines to any sort of the protests that you want. It's that simple. You don't have right to break the law. What?
I mean, thousands of people are marching through Minneapolis. They are targeting the Border Patrol. I mean, it feels like the rhetoric and the protesting is only ramping up. What is your advice to the people right now?
Just look at
who
his
are
eyes.
outraged that this is a second killing at the hands of Border Patrol in 2 weeks?
As Christy said, you cannot bring a firearm loaded with multiple magazines to any sort of protest that you want. It's that simple. You don't have that right to break the law and incite violence. We will, of course, always...
What kind of the law that guy broke? He wasn't even reaching. It was sealed under, I think, under his pants even. Somewhere like 6-hour position near to the butt. No one expected him even to have that pistol. He was like searched by one of the agents, and they removed the pistol. They didn't know that he has the pistol. He had or hadn't. Yeah. Thanks for following, Mile 96 Bella. So now they use it as an excuse, but it's the Second Amendment. It's legal in Minnesota. It's legal in Minneapolis to carry the gun. It's you should have the permission, and that guy, he had the permission to carry a gun, and it doesn't specify whether you like he says you shouldn't violate the law, but what kind of the law restricts you from taking the gun on a public sidewalk, public streets? And it doesn't matter whether those are protests or not. So they're just making up pure lies, and oh my god, this is so low. Like it's literally Orwell 1984. They want you not to believe your eyes. They want you to mistrust yourself. And those freaking Second Amendment guys who's those who support this agenda presented by Donald Trump. So the Second Amendment doesn't exist according to what they say. Yeah, the guy didn't violate. He was executing his First Amendment right to film everything happening on the public street, and he executed his Second Amendment constitutional right to carry his arm, because he also had the permission to do it. He didn't try to reach it. He did absolutely nothing wrong, but he was helping a lady because she was pushed by ICE agent to the ground. So he cut her, and later on, like right away, he was paper sprayed by this ICE agent. He was encountered by ICE agent, the guy who was carrying the gun. I would take my gun out in this case, because there is an unmasked guy putting the spray onto you. You should protect yourself, yeah? Why do we have, they have the Second Amendment? To protect the house or what? I think the real reason for the Second Amendment is to secure the rights of the citizen. Partially, if the government goes crazy, like they are crazy, if government violates your rights, you have the final border solution to protect yourself from the government. I think that's the main idea of the Second Amendment. That's what I understand. That's how I think. It's the right for citizens to have this last resort if government goes crazy. And they are crazy. They intimidate people, and basically those Republicans who smell the fart from Trump's orange ass enjoy it. They are not supporting Second Amendment in this case. They believe all this bullshit. Jeez, this is so low, and the idea, like, they're totally lying openly. This entire administration is so just imagine for it to happen under Joe Biden or Barack Obama. Ooh, how they would tell absolutely different stuff. America is gone. It's gone under new administration. It should reform. It should get rid of Donald Trump, and after we will speak. Now it's not the country of freedom. Absolutely. It's hypocrisy. Like, probably the worst country of all of the Western countries right now is USA. For freedoms, for everything. For economy, which will decline under this incompetent administration. So I hope they will figure out how to get rid of Donald Trump and what he did with the country. Yeah, I like America a lot. That's awesome country, awesome people. But with Donny, it's no go. Oh, we have the photos of the Russian passengers flying with cargo. Yay! Well, actually, this is strange. Now I have a mixed feeling, because I know how it should look, this Antonov 26 300. So the front part of the aircraft takes by passengers, the aft part is for cargo. Not like this, absolutely. It looks like it's not AI generated. So that's the different story. That's the real cargo plane here, it seems like. Yay. The full cargo plane. Mile 96 Bella, yeah, welcome to Twitch. For people to see the truth, and Russia look like democracy compared to the USA. Well, they don't have eyes. Today, I actually read the tweet from the Russian Nazi battalion Rusich. They ask, like in their tweet, they ask in their Telegram channel, they want to be eyes in Russia after the war. They want to deport illegal immigrants. They want to have this duty. They say, like, what is happening in the United States. So for Russia, I'm quite okay with that. Let's their society crack from inside. Let's give this Rusich battalion everything, all of the Kalashnikovs they want to terrorize Russians from inside. I'm quite okay. But for America, it is sad, guys. It is really sad. I fly like the for free space. Yeah, so that's the real cargo plane, actually. They put together. I wonder if it's legal. I think it's not legal. You should not put passengers to the cargo, like to the fully cargo plane. It should be at least certified as the passenger plane. First class ticket, yeah. Trying to find more news. What the hell is this? Tomorrow night will be big. I will tell it like this, like it is. Tomorrow night will be big. I will tell it like it is. Tomorrow night. Is it today? Like, what kind of the night? The night from 25th till 26th or from 26th till 27th? Donnie, what is tomorrow for you? Where you are living? Well, this night is apparently not that big night for him. Maybe after all, it's from 26th till 27th. Pentagon sending military lawyers to Minnesota could be a main sign Trump will send a National Guard from Texas, but Minnesota governor said he might activate his National Guard. Can you imagine state with federal versus federal forces in a city street? Sounds like start of the Civil War. Yeah, everything could be under Donald Trump. I don't think that there could be like real clashes between National Guards, but for Trump, it's kind of profitable. Nuking Iran or Greenland. Yeah. Tomorrow's night. What he might say about tomorrow's night. The Times published the article, Putin may use chemical weapons of mass destruction if war reaches a stalemate. Ukrainian and European officials say Russian units have also sometimes resorted to chloropicrine, a choking agent first used in World War I. Yeah, Russians are using this. They're dropping this agent from the drones. Maybe it's like a last resort variant for Putin, but the thing is that in Ukraine, even if they target like the capital city, president's office, the office of the Ukrainian military, still, like there is no one place of power. Still, Ukraine, like Ukraine will still have its military. So the new government will be formed and the resistance will continue because people are against this occupation. It's not about Ukrainian president or whatsoever. It's like with Maduro, yeah? Trump took Maduro, but I'm not saying that Venezuelans are supporting regime or whatsoever, but the system itself is still out there. So if you eliminate Zelensky or someone, it doesn't mean that Ukraine will stop resisting against occupation because it's ideological already, and yeah, people just continue to resist on any sort of the level. Soldiers, officials, local administrations of the oblasts, you cannot reach the task in Ukraine with nuclear weapon. It's not possible, or with chemical weapons. Who is moderating? Because any of my, I don't know, Maria. It's like YouTube maybe moderation. I'm not. We don't have moderators. I think for this evening, Hawk is sleeping. Ozzy, I think as well. So no moderators in the chat, and it seems like maybe YouTube blocks those. Maybe. Trump might accidentally invade Iceland instead of Greenland. Yeah, he said Iceland lots of the times. Iceland, Iceland, I want Iceland. Bro, can one of your mods unban me on Telegram? I got banned a week after 7 October 2 years ago. I posted a picture of Greta holding the Free Palestinian, nothing else. Mile 96 Bella. I'm sorry, but no one, everyone is banned on my Telegram. Not just you. The comment section has been deleted. So you can still visit my group and watch messages, but the comment section doesn't exist. So, yeah. there is the pinned comment on my groups that no one is banned. It's just the absence of the comment section. So I cannot unban you from the group that doesn't exist. Because in Telegram, you have your main group and you create, if you want to have comments, you create the other group. It's like the chat. So this chat is being deleted. So you are not banned. And about joining Telegram, it's the open group. I mean, just for posts. So there are still reactions. You can react with the chat emojis, with like emojis, with heart emojis, whatever you want. But no comment section. Yeah, just for you to understand. Yesterday I was writing comment on YouTube videos only to find out 2 hours later all of my comments weren't showing up because I said 30. Okay, maybe Ratusmag is. It's like that. Hello from Spain to my great. I'm not a hero, even close. But greetings to Spain. Marius comment above. I don't see it, like maybe because I have the small window. But I already answered her. Her comments are visible. Have you been in Greece, Athens? Yeah, I was there, but just temporary, like flights to Athens. But I haven't spent any time in the city itself, just in the airport. Oh, now there is the beef between those Nazi influencers, I call them. Well, I'm just joking. Those are just creeps and Delulu. There is now a beef between this freaking Sneaker and Andrew Tate, who says that Sneaker is no one. Oh my god. They just met. They got the party. They got the party and something went wrong with them. Have you been to Minnesota? No, I haven't been to the United States at all. Dennis, will you pilot once again someday? Yeah, flying gliders, you know. Oh, we have some of the drone video. It's interesting. Oh, fuck. What happened to Bukhanka? Is this Bukhanka? I guess. Let's watch it. Oh, it's too loud. I see it already. Reduced. He runs away. One on. Here it is. He says the drone. They start to shoot. It's again very loud. I reduced the noise so much. Why they jammed like the trigger? They should like fire precisely. Maximum 3 shots in a row. But they fully automatic fire. You cannot fire like that precisely. Oh, like that. The other guy. Pam, pam, pam. And this guy, probably he has a shotgun. Yeah? But they are stormtroopers. From the Star Wars, they cannot aim the drone. So, yeah, this is the shotgun. This is the shotgun. And I can already hear the drone flying. They all missed the drone. Bukhanka win! Bukhanka! Is everyone okay? Well, -1 Bukhanka. They were trained with American movies. Yeah. Блять, yeah. Bukhanka is not okay. Yeah, they were lucky that the main goal of the drone was Bukhanka. They emptied entire magazines, all of their rounds were shot, and they were just looking how the drone cooks the loaf when, yeah, loaf, Bukhanka is a loaf, so it's like the bread. Should I search about it in the internet? I think I should. Loaf bread. Yeah, so it's like this. Yeah, so it's like loaf. It's the square form, looks like bukhanka van. Denys, you're really trolling. No, Alex. Axe ma falda. Grazie. But I'm not. Thank you so much for the support of the channel. Do you watch any Russian YouTuber? Yeah, I watch. Let me maybe show you. Just a moment. I'll close this window for the search. So now you understand. Yeah, why loaf when. Yeah, you understood it before, I'm sure. I watch Michael Nike. Michael Nike is my favorite channel because he made so precise updates. So this is the Russian YouTuber whom I watched, 2.15 million subscribers. Every of the videos you see got so many views. Well, this guy is not Michael Nike. Michael Nike is this guy. And yeah, they work in a team, of course. And I was inspired by his video about Ukrainian defense minister. Kind of the popular video, 500,000 views. Yeah, really nice one. So, yeah. Also, they say about the recruitment in the Russian army. And I watch those guys sometimes. Then I go to the gym, for example. It's happening quite rarely. Or then for example, today we visited some of the relatives. So then I was driving the car. I was listening, for example, for this video. I was so inspired that I decided to film some similar kind of the video. Please wish my dad Vitalis a happy 69th birthday. Vitautas, happy birthday. Are you from Lithuania? Happy birthday, 69, that's great. 70 very soon. That's a great age, I mean, to relax, to enjoy the life. Hope I will be alive by the time 69. It looks like far away, but still, it's not. Yeah, time runs very fast, especially for me with this current job. It flies like everything is the same, you know, this videos, just some random news pumping to my feed. But all the time it's the same, you know, the same routine. And I feel like for the last almost 4 years while I'm filming these videos, the time runs really fast. But it was similar than I was a pilot, you know, working for the same airline, again, flights, just similar destinations, the same for my airline, nothing new. You already reached the level, you like became captain and you fly. And yeah, time runs very fast. So I would like actually to travel, but I don't have this opportunity. After all, I have the family. If I was alone, I wouldn't do what I done. Because the idea here is to provide stability for the family, and my daughter goes to school and everything. Maybe then she'll grow up and has her family. Maybe I'll retire and do some maybe YouTubing, travel vlogging somewhere on a motorcycle or whatsoever. I hope. Happy 69th birthday, Vitalis. Oh, you have Axe Demafalda. Thank you again for support of the channel. Subscribe and say like to the channel. Thank you, Axe Mafalda. I think I should maybe hi from Spain. We can help to stop the war, making a profile in VK and sharing information against the war in the most important Russian sites there. Yes, but Russians usually they don't see it. Oblivion, thank you for subscription on Twitch. Thank you for 5 months. Crazy. Thank you, Oblivion. Do you think if Ukraine offered to take former Chinese territory in Russia for China that China may start offering assistance. Oh, that's the very crazy scheme you propose. What do you think it would take get China for how? Well, I don't see how Ukraine may take those territories. Sorry. Grandpa, great to see them. Yeah, so Abilithia, I'm sorry, I don't understand how it might work. You can travel while YouTubing, get used to caravan and fix it up. Yeah. I wonder how my channel is performing. Oh, the video is doing very good. It's the second place. The second freaking place. Very close to the what is happening? My blah 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 videos are doing better now. I think it depends on the topic, really. I think it depends on the topic. Jeez. Performing good. Maybe it will go. If I posted it a little earlier, it would have been on the first place. Nice. About subscribers, they're now fluctuating. The number of the subscribers mostly stalled. I think I need like a couple of more years to reach 1 million subscribers, and only if we have some of the news, of course. So in two more years, maybe we're gonna reach 1 million subs on the main channel. But it depends. Everything depends. I already have 1 million subscribers on one of the channels. It's called Pilot Blog. I need to post some unique video there. Hi from Spain, can help to stop the war making profile in VK. Good idea, but you know, I think Russians, they don't understand it. They already have like all the information needed, and those Russians who signed the contracts with the Russian army, they're not on VK or something. They're very, you know, grounded to earth people. They live in poverty. They usually don't have this kind of the media. So, and VK is moderated. So if you start to show them some of the FPV drone videos, it's been cut from their feed. It immediately banned, or any sort of the anti-Russian propaganda. Keep up the war, watching from Holland. Thank you, Mikey Mike. Thank you so much for support of the channel. Greetings to Holland, a country of cheese. No, actually, it's a nice country, but the weather there is usually a shitty one, especially right now, right? And it's more winter air in the tires. What? So rolling Humvees. Yeah, the National Guard. Yeah, Evelyn. Yeah, I also saw that. I'm so happy that the video rises in the feed. You know, it's so good. Love your videos. Denys, keep motivation. Thank you, the Black Berserker. Thank you. Yeah, of course you watch this anime. Yeah, have you read the entire manga? I think that the author died, but they still keep it running. I mean, this Berserk project. Do you know how old Neptune missile is? It seems strange to me that Flamingo can't have Neptune guidance variant. Neptune was developed in the Soviet Union. Neptune is simply more nimble. It's more efficient. Yeah, Neptune is way more efficient, and it requires way more resources for development. After all, it's this factory product. It's not like garage made Flamingo. Flamingo is it is unable to reach the scale of Neptune. Neptune is like a Tomahawk, and Flamingo is like this like homemade DIY thing, like drones. Yeah, drones, they're made in those garages, small hangars, whatsoever. So the same for Flamingo. Every missile of Flamingo is unique. It has some different insides they try to experiment, but Neptune, it works. Just works. Some of the modification is made, and it's way smaller missile compared to Flamingo, which makes it less visible for the Russian air defense. But it's very precise. Yeah. Flamingo is like yeah. Berserk is still going. The author friend took it up. Apparently, he was asked by the author before he passed away. Oh, nice. Hopefully, they'll have financial support for this manga to continue. I've read half the mangas. Oh. You mean half Berserk manga, the Black Berserker? I like visualization of manga. There are some of the YouTube channels. The guys, they just read manga with some of the images on the screen, and it's like you watch the video manga, yeah. So they explain what is happening. It's kind of interesting. Oh, Civ Div with a new video. Let's check it out, okay?
I know on my channel we focus on Ukraine a lot, but a week ago I was in Taiwan, repeating the same lessons learned that I had in Ukraine when it comes to drones and FPVs. And I've got some big news for you. Every war is...
He went to Taiwan probably for the course to train local soldiers or whatsoever, yeah?
Same, but every war is different, especially in the Pacific, in Asia. In a large part, this is an extended AAR for all of the students who attended the training, with myself and a couple other Taiwanese Ukrainian war vets, and I want to include you guys in on this, because it's big. There's a lot of differences. So let's discuss the training that I'm talking about today. We were in a rural area of Taiwan. We had 25 students, and we had a couple instructors that have been in Ukraine before, that have been putting on military training over the last year or so. And during this training, we had 2 teams versus 2 teams. One of them was infantry, and the other was an ISR drone.
Thank you so much for your support, and again greetings to Spain. Nice idea you have about VK. I'll think about it, but I have just limited resources. I mean time resources. So there is I'm surprised that Civ Div was in Taiwan. You see, it seems like there's cooperation, right? Oh, most critical now. Live. Charlie is live. Infantry team, Mavic team. Mavic team. That's the Mavic. Mavic is used for what? For surveillance, of course, and for drone drops.
As soon as sunset came, they had to use land navigation skills at nighttime to infiltrate into...
Yeah, with those jungles, it's gonna hard to identify the infantry, just with thermal cameras maybe. Thick jungles, it's not even close as in Ukraine. And they don't have winters, yeah? So the leaves are always on the trees.
Line to set up a patrol base. And as soon as the day started, the drones went up and they started scanning this big forest trying to find the enemy.
Yeah, you saw, yeah, thermal camera. Those goats or what is there?
Scanning this big forest trying to find the enemy. And after a day of surveillance, they would find clues of where the enemy infantry and drone team are. And then they would close with, seek, and destroy them. And that was the training. And where I come in, I was one of the FPV assets that would harass and potentially strike any of the teams that I found. So that's just the gist of what we were doing during that time. But it became clear to everybody that was involved, the instructors as well as the students, that this is not Ukraine. This is something different. Both the drones and the infantry teams have to operate way differently because of the environment around them. So let's get in.
Yeah, jungles. Civ Div is a nice guy. He's very professional. Do you think some other terrain outside Ukraine would significantly change the drone usage? Yeah, that's what we witness. The jungle is not that thick though. Yeah, sometimes it's not. I was being funny about the loft being blown up. Needs more winter air in tires. Yeah. Justin Taylor made an interesting video recently. I went to Ukraine skill zone frontline. Oh, I don't know who is Justin Taylor. Maybe we're gonna see it.
Ukraine is largely an open, flat field with sparsely connected towns and tree lines in between. And added on to that, it has a brutal winter where all the leaves fall off the trees. Drones love this environment. Visibility is as far as the eye can see. Now, Asia doesn't have this. They have dense triple canopy with mountains, rolling mountains. And where it's not rolling mountains with triple canopy, it's dense urban terrain. There's convenient overhead concealment absolutely everywhere. There's rarely a time, unless you're being complacent walking down the road, that you would be found by a drone very easily. So on that second day when they were all set up and they started, conducting the Mavic flights and trying to find the enemy, it was very clear after a while that the Mavic teams were having a hard time locating or maneuvering to their sectors. It was classic land navigation that came into play. You're in the middle of a forest, it's tough to know where you are. And then when they started flying, of course they could get clues of where the enemy is by, okay, maybe they walked down this road, this dirt road here, or maybe you found footprints, or they'd watch where the drone flew from and to, or looking for big mountains where they would probably set up. And eventually they were able to find them, but it took them a while. It took longer than what I experienced in Ukraine. So the best clues of finding that enemy Mavic team was two things that I let the students know: watching the roads, trying to see who's moving down there, and also following the drone back home. We're gonna get way more into that, but let's move on for now. Having line of sight on your drone is really difficult because of the rolling mountains and hills and the canopy that's so high. So I found that repeaters, having a repeating system like we used in Ukraine, are genuinely much more important because going past 2 kilometers in a lot of circumstances is very difficult.
Yeah, the straightforward signal cannot reach over the hill. So repeater means one more drone that goes and transmits the signal, like retransmits it for the further distance.
In this terrain, and it's all because of line of sight. Unless you put your Mavic team right on top of a hill, a pretty well-known location that an enemy Mavic team might be, your RF, your line of sight, is going to be blocked, as well as the canopy blocking it. So when it comes to FPVs, even if you get close enough, like you find the objective, to get low enough for a kamikaze strike is nearly impossible after sending it over a kilometer. The 5.8 gigahertz drones, which are the Mavics, a lot of the FPVs, 5.8 is 5.
Yeah, it's like a very powerful signal, 5.8.
17 centimeters. It is microwave, and microwave doesn't go well going through the wet canopy. The leaves are the size of the wavelength of that radio frequency. The water absorbs it. You can't get low enough to scan and then engage a target with a kamikaze drone, which again proves my point that bombers are way more effective because you can stay high enough. And going on with that, when flying, it becomes a lot more difficult to have spatial awareness. I noticed this in Iraq. It was very difficult for us to understand, is that a kilometer away or 3 kilometers away? Because there's rolling hills and the valleys. It makes
It's like also I live now in a mountain range and not far away. You don't know what's the distance. Like if there are hills and mountains, it's really hard to define the distance. Really hard. As for me, all the time I was living in a flat terrain. So in the mountain area, it's like, for me especially, it's hard.
Distance gauging way more difficult. This is something everybody learns during land navigation. So if in Ukraine you consistently fly 100 meters altitude, you can span 10 kilometers easily with pretty much no issues. But in a mountainous rolling hill terrain, after some time, you can find your altimeter reading 400 meters higher than your starting point because you've been gaining elevation a lot and you just didn't even know it. How then can you go below while having signal? Your line of sight is going to break if you go underneath 70 meters in a lot of cases. Once again, bombers fix that problem by allowing you to be high above. You can do those strikes with bigger payloads.
But again, for the bombers, because you stay very high, the precision is also not so good. I think so, because you have to stay high. In some of the Ukrainian videos, I say that, okay, the vehicle is stopped by FPV or drone drop, and the rest of the drops are done from kind of the close distance to the vehicle. Like drop and immediately fly away. Drop and immediately fly away to make it precisely, sometimes even inside the driver's hatches or whatsoever. But here it's impossible because you need to have the altitude for the good signal.
Still having line of sight and having video feed and control feed. Adding on to the bomber point that I was making, I think very obviously thermite bombers as well as napalm and gas bombs would be very effective. But that all depends on the time of the season. It's not year-round. Asia has typhoons, they have hurricanes. But when I went last week, it was dry on the ground. There was this dead, dry grass and evidence that it was burned previously. But this can change quickly. Weather in Asia is tropic, so you can't depend operations on fire bombs being effective if it's a long duration engagement, say over a month, because the tropics are so bipolar. Because of the rolling hills, mesh networking, as in having nodes that relay signal and commands, is a lot more useful. And not only useful, useful, but an absolute priority if you're going to be doing kamikaze strikes or flying more than a couple kilometers. Of course, these nodes are always jammable, but jammers also don't have the same reach as they would have in open terrain. In Ukraine, if you set up a large jamming system, you can jam out many kilometers. But in the tropics, in the mountains, in the canopy, these jammers are going to cover only half that, and they're mostly going to have to jam valleys or roads. It's going to have to be more intentional use of jamming. And I spoke about the 5.8 gigahertz frequency and how it's just terrible in this environment, but the solution to that would be using lower frequency. We experimented in Ukraine with 1.5 to get away from the jamming, but if you go even sub gigahertz for video and control, they're going to be a lot better in this environment because 5.8 just can't get through the tree coverage. Sub gigahertz can do that somewhat. The next one is drone recovery. It's a lot harder. Even to find the enemy was difficult. I was following the infantry teams as they were trying to engage the enemy drone team once it was located.
Okay, I'll just stop for the super chat. Mr. Lemon Asus, thank you so much. Don't get too sad about your routine. I follow you for 4 years. Maybe you're my favorite reviewer. Thank you for your hard work. You're doing more than some of other folks. Feel satisfied with yourself. Mr. Lemon Asus, thank you so much. Thank you. It is so inspiring. Thanks for watching me. And also on this channel too. It's nice to have this company with you and other people, yeah, where we can chat in the comments. Thank you. There are methods of measuring distance using known sizes and estimate. Yeah.
They're about 15 meters away inside this jungle that they knew that they were there. They got so close. So what that means is that the drone teams, like we had in Ukraine, need to have a very close-knit security detail that's next to them. Because there's a lot of times where the drone teams were caught in the middle of flying with infantry teams assaulting them. So you have to have security for the drone team always in the jungle. And with the drone recovery, it's going to be very difficult. You can't be climbing trees to find the drone that's sitting on the top of the canopy, which makes cost-effective drone solutions a lot better. So I'd imagine that supply of these drones is going to be very difficult. In Ukraine, we would go 2 kilometers to pick up one of our drones to be able to use it the next day. You're not going to be able to do that in a jungle environment. It's going to be very difficult to find. Now, speaking about both the drone team and the infantry team, it's going to be heavily dismounted. If you're following the roads, the drones are going to find you. That's what drones scan for. Because of the strong concealment and terrain being so high and low, infiltration and exfil are heavily dismounted. You can't just drive a tank up a mountain. You can't. So carrying all the FPV equipment up and down the mountains is going to be normal. Even if the target is somewhat close, you're going to be infilling for kilometers. It's going to be very heavy. So it requires soldiers with strong legs to be straight up. You got to have strong legs. You have to be a good hiker. This is rough, unforgiving jungle terrain. Now, I spoke about the infantry being able to
they
get
fired
so
a
close
snake or what? Oh, what is happening here?
Now, I spoke about the infantry being able to unforgiving jungle terrain. Now, I spoke about the infantry being able to get so close to the Mavic operators.
Snake.
Well, let's get into it a little bit more. The infantry has the advantage in the jungle. We found that to find the Mavic operator was pretty easy when he closed the gap to about 400 meters. That's when they were able to hear the drone coming and going in intervals. It just took them peeking through the canopy to find the drone going, to find the general direction that the Mavic is flying. And then they just walked towards where the drone was going. So for Mavic pilots, you have to change up your route. Just like I've said in many of my videos where you need to change up your infill and exfil patterns. You have to change routes. In the jungle environment, this goes for Mavic operators. You have to change the routes that you're coming in and out from where you're starting because the infantry are going to be operating close and they're going to know the direction of travel. You need to be less predictable. Again, infantry are able to get 20 meters away very easily because of the concealment above them. We can only fly during daytime because of regulations and laws, but during daytime, they never found an infantry team. It wasn't until I took the sticks and I knew exactly where the location was that I was able to find them. The infantry are able to get very close to the Mavic teams through basic reconnaissance skills. And when it comes to nighttime, I would say that minimal anti-thermal solutions like umbrellas or scarves would be enough. So at nighttime, have an umbrella, you hear a drone, put it up, you're gonna blend into the canopy and you're gonna be a lot better off. And it's very easy. In Ukraine, it's a little bit obvious because the umbrellas, it has a signature. It looks like an umbrella. It still blocks your thermal, but if you're an observant Mavic operator, you can still find them. In the canopy, using an umbrella, that's just the cherry on top. Nighttime in the canopy is much more resistant to thermal detection. And that's about all I want to say for now. For everybody who attended, really appreciate it. Hope to go and do this again. It was a big learning lesson for myself, and it was...
Yeah, so every environment is different. I think it's more complicated to fly in this environment than in Ukraine, of course. That's what he said, basically. Yeah. Yeah, thanks to you, Mr. Lemon Asus. Can't fly into dugouts unless you have a fiber drone. Yeah, I think fiber drone could be a game changer here, especially. They haven't tried it, it seems like, on those drills. All right, Dennis. Yeah, I'm fine, Ben. Everything is great. Agent Orange will make it easier to see the enemy. Maybe yes, maybe yes. The United States dollar index is about to crash really hard. Crypto news. Why we have this from the crypto news? They want us to invest in crypto. I'm not sure. German investments in the United States fell about 45% in Trump's first year back in office. As companies were spooked by tariffs, trade uncertainty, and weakened dollar. German export to United States also dropped sharply, making their biggest decline since 2010. Crazy. 45% less investments from Germany to the United States. And it's just Germany. Just Germany. Maybe sonic weapon can break fibers for... Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, again, we have more information about China's general. China's highest-ranking general, Zhang Youxia, is accused of leaking information about the country's nuclear program to the United States, as well as receiving bribes for official action, in particular for facilitating the promotion of one of the officers to the position of Minister of Defense. Death penalty, it seems like. It smells like the death penalty out there in Russia. Oh, Russia, China. Can you carry a weapon if you have a permit? I'm not saying that it's a good idea. Of course you can. In the United States, in where it is permissible, if you have the permit, why not? It's the Second Amendment. UAVs and FPVs optics quality is the key factor if you want to better detect targets, but yeah, even high-cost materials can detect infantry hiding in some case, yeah. So the government shutdown will be, it looks like, on January 31st. We'll see. Iran threatens to hit air carrier of the United States with hypersonic missiles if United States troops enter its territory. I don't think United States troops will enter the territory. They will not do the ground operation. Oh, we have update about the French operation around Russian Russian tanker. The captain of the Russian Green Shadow Fleet oil tanker was taken into custody by French authorities. 58-year-old Indian national was taken into custody following the vessel's earlier detention. The tanker is currently guarded in a port near Marseille, while the remaining crew, all Indian nationals, remain on board. They're taking oil to India from Russia. How can you hit a ship with missile like that? Sounds pretty impossible to me. Yeah, I think it's not that precise, but who knows? I was a bit happy to watch the news about Ukraine, who is building sweet tank robots, laser weapons, and better drones, and all kind of rockets. Yeah, Ukraine builds, but not the laser weapons, I think. This nice channel, I follow it. It's called Special Kherson Cat. They have like lots of the updates, general news, and some of the strikes. Flamingo strike on September 2025. A precision missile strike targeted a key Russian defense industry contractor in Belgorod, linked to the production of Sukhoi 34. So now we have this image, yeah. So the roof, the roof was broken. And here we have the part of the image before, and this is after. We have detailed images. Nice. Facility here, we have the image of it being hit. And it just has appeared in Belgorod. Before, after, some of the holes in the roof, they look like square, but interesting. Some of the videos from Russians. Ukraine's Ministry of Energy shows how energy facilities damaged by Russians are being restored. Jeez. Yeah, now it's very cold. It's getting warmer actually, but still cold, like it's winter time. An intact Russian Shahid crashed in a frozen field. Yeah. A dog with puppets walks past the camera of Ukrainian FPV sitting in ambush. Poor dog with puppies at the war. Yeah. The drone, it's the waiter holder drone, yeah. Yeah, it's terrible for I really like animals, so. Russian spotted a Ukrainian drone above him, scratched loser on the ground and blew himself up on a mine.
Наркоман без броніка, без каски, без автомата просто тягне провізію туди до себе.
He was carrying some of the ammunition. Some of the food.
Думаю, то
that's... Then he walked, throw something at me. Okay. Blew himself on the mine. Okay, so he hit the mine there. Happens. So yeah, this channel is... And I already filmed this one. Yeah, about this crazy Mad Max attack. So, nice channel. Yeah, here, Special Kherson Cat. Is that Winnipeg Jets, Cap? Yeah, it's Winnipeg Jets. Now you cannot clearly see anything. All you see is five eyes guys on top of him and then gunshot. They removed his pistol and shot him. They shot him dead. If they wore body cams, it would be clear as day what happened. You may check out all of the videos from multiple of the angles. They shot the guy, they took his pistol out. If you do not blind, you will see everything. If you're blind, you will believe Trump's propaganda and not your eyes. Me too, dogs especially wish her the pups well. Yeah, but they're on the front lines. It's kind of crazy now. Those dogs, it's crazy. According to this is interesting. According to the sources cited by Reuters and Bloomberg, reports are circulating that an attempted military coup took place in China aimed at overthrowing Xi Jinping. Two key generals have reportedly been detained, along with their families, up to 3,000 military personnel. Oh, is it really happening like that? What is known at the stage, this general vice chairman of the Central Military Commission is suspended of organization coup against Xi Jinping. A shooting reportedly occurred between troops loyal to Zhang and the presidential security, resulting in several of the Xi Jinping's guards being wounded or killed. Jesus Christ. The plans of Zhang Youxia and the chief of the Joint Staff Liu Zhenli allegedly included mobilizing troops to carry out a state coup against Xi Jinping. The intended slogan was "Save the Party, Save the Nation." The plan reportedly collapsed due to an alleged betrayal by individuals from within the inner circle. Both generals are under strict control and investigation supervision along with them. Their families and up to 3,000 military personnel have reportedly been detained. Following the exposure of the plan, tightened combat readiness was imposed. Troop movements were halted, mobile phones were confiscated, and mass propaganda campaigns were launched. All these events coincided with Chinese military exercises simulating strikes on Taiwan and the destruction of its government authorities, while China's Minister of National Defense of People's Republic of China has officially confirmed the launch of an investigation into two of those generals, the official reason cited being serious violations of discipline and law, a phrase often associated with corruption. Information regarding an actual attempted military coup and shootings remain unconfirmed at this stage. Such claims are primarily circulating on social media and through opposition media outlets. Western agencies, Reuters, Bloomberg, tend to assess this more as another round of Xi Jinping's purge of military elite. This guy, he canceled lots of the even friends who helped him to reach his current level of president of China. Who knows what happened there? They have this firewall censorship. It's really hard to get something from China, really robust, I mean, with real evidence. Yeah, it's always a problem, and was and still is a problem. How much actually technical info would a high general like this know? Would not China have lots of the compartments driving on? I don't know. He looks like Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, that's why they ban Winnie the Pooh in China. Comrade Winnie the Pooh, yeah. Exactly. So many news, but mostly they're international, right? Some of the speculations. Yemeni Houthis released a video warning they could resume attacking on ships in Bab el-Mandeb Strait in the Red Sea.
Warship.
It seems like there was some sort of a negotiation between them and the United States, that the United States will not continue bombing them and they will not attack the ships. But they're sponsored by Iran, so maybe it's the message from Iran to the United States, like, if you attack us, we're going to resume attacks on the commercial vessels there. It could be like that. What is the longest flight you've flown? I think it was 6, I don't remember the exact number right now. 6 with something hours. Oh no, 7 with something. To Almaty from Kiev. France has delivered strike drones to Ukraine with a range up to 500 kilometers, France 24 reports. The French company EOS has supplied Ukraine with Rodeur unmanned aerial vehicles, which have a flight range up to 500 kilometers and endurance of up to 5 hours. Nice. The drones can be used both for reconnaissance missions and as kamikaze strike UAVs. That's awesome. You know, Ukraine has received some of the drones from Germany, and they sent them back because they were not effective. Some type of the drone. I don't remember the name, but it was not that effective. Longest flight I've taken is 12 hours. I mean, as a pilot, it was my 7 hours with something minutes, yeah. Actually, from Almaty back to Kiev, yeah, it was the headwind. As a passenger, I think 15 hours or 16 hours from Jakarta to Amsterdam as a passenger. It was my usual flight home. Jakarta, Amsterdam, Amsterdam, Kiev. Then I used to fly in Indonesia. Do you like live streams, guys? Or no? I like those live streams. I think I will film like one more video on the trash channel this evening and then go sleep. And in the morning, I plan to film a regular update about Ukraine because the video is performing, I would say, quite well. Me blah 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 video. So I don't want to spoil it because if I publish one more video right away, it's gonna take over this one or take it down, so it may underperform itself, the new video, and it may drag the video that I just published. So it has some traction, it's good, not as usual, but still the numbers are out there. Yeah, so people are watching, hopefully. Yeah, live streams good. Yes. Yeah, good for feeling less lonely. Yeah, I'm also less lonely than I stream. Yeah, guys on Twitch are also nice. Yes. Okay, thank you guys for support. Denys, how come you didn't get summoned to the army since you had pilot experience? I don't know. I actually don't have the military experience. Maybe that's why. First time on your live stream and very interesting discussions on the current events. The Black Berserk. Yeah, thank you. And thank you for your support, yeah. I thought you were on my live streams, actually, but you say you're new here. It's nice. Yeah, I want again to remind what happened with Paul Wahlberg and touch the topic of AI. You see, we are on his channel, Paul Warburg.
American politics.
So I was inspired actually by his channel. I think the camera is too close, but for my videos sometimes it's also close. So he's just speaking with the camera.
And so
just
when you
like
look at Trump's stance towards Ukraine, that has actually been unpopular even among majority.
And then I first saw his channel, it sounded really fishy for me. At first I thought that he might use some strange microphone or something, but it seems like he uses the noise cancellation. There is the option on microphone for the noise cancellation. Like, for example, I have on this one, there is a button, one of the buttons, it's noise cancellation, and your sound, your voice will sound like some digital one in this case. X the Mafalda, thank you. Thank you. Great direct subscribe. Thank you so much for support. And apparently someone copied his voice and they created one more channel.
Bad position for the Trump administration to be in when it comes to the upcoming
So he uses this cancellation and we do not hear any sort of the background, no any noise, nothing.
Term elections, which are a big deal for Donald Trump, because right now the reason he's
I think he is filming on some of the mic, that shotgun mic that has this option. Your work is totally important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So I was inspired with this guy. This, why are you not flying F-35 fighter jet? What's wrong with you? LOL. Yeah, Jacob, I don't want to. Yeah, thanks for the laughing emoji. So Paul Warburg, he's very good in storytelling, and he has, I would say, tremendous number of the views. Like this video 2 weeks ago, Russia is absolutely panicking about Venezuela right now. It was just on time, you see, almost 700,000 views. It's crazy. Like average as mine, yeah, maybe even a little more than mine videos. Yeah, I have usually this number. It's great for me right now, but he has popular channel. Maybe he's not filming like every day. I see once in 3 days, once in 4 days. Maybe that's why he has more traction per video. And he also advertises.
Why Ukraine is getting better. The still new be too far behind, but don't worry. There are solutions that can help you master the past 6 years of AI development in as little as
here he advertises AI.
Something that everyone can and should utilize. At the mastermind.
Oh, this is so ironical. This is irony itself, because his content, like his identity, actually, not the content, but identity, was stolen. I think I already told it on a stream, but I'll say about it once again. Like, there is the channel, and you cannot do anything with it, like with this channel, because it's... Good evening, Mikhail Chim. Nice to meet you. Greetings to Romania. So, this channel, they impersonate Paul Warburg by AI. So this is AI generated thing.
Most people are watching this winter storm as a weather event. What they're missing is how a massive infrastructure.
So he acts differently, yeah? He moves differently. But the voice is similar, very similar.
Becomes visible exactly when you can least afford it. It's not enough to have resources on paper. What matters.
And some people may click this video and they would not think about AI. And they would think that it is the real guy. And I felt to this trap not with this channel, but with Magyar Birds. Then it was just a voice on the background, but it was like Magyar's voice. And there were some of the videos of the ambushed Russian convoy, so I thought it's the real Magyar's channel, but no, it's AI channel with AI voice. But here they use visual. The visual is fishy, of course.
Resilience. So let's talk about the specific timeline. The storm is hitting in...
Yeah, it's visible, but some people, they just either switch him on background and don't precisely, figure out what he tells, but yeah. It might be fishy. And some of his videos of this impersonator channel, like I think, now they don't have lots of the videos, but still 2.1 thousand, 20,000, and there was the video with lots of the views. 211,000. You see, 211,000. That's crazy number. Thousands of views. Trump just walked into the Putin's most brilliant trap. And they transferred the Russian propaganda impersonating pro-Ukrainian YouTuber. Historic ice storm. Real Plaza, not Gaza. Gaza's hidden agenda. I think the idea is not to spread Russian propaganda, but to really play and to get the views, yeah. They want to boost this channel. They started like 4 weeks ago, and already, I think totally combined, there is 300,000 views for sure from lots of the videos, especially this one. Putin's masterpiece, fuck. So of course, in AI thing, it's crazy. And Imania, also a friend of the channel. Do I follow her here from this account? Yeah. She got 82,000 views. Probably it's her most watched video. Yay! This scares living out of me.
It's on a channel named Deep Humor. Now I'm going to give a shout out to Deep Humor for making this video, because without him I wouldn't be here right now. So I'm going to link his channel down below.
Yeah, really?
Now Deep Humor made a video about this YouTube channel where the old people had been giving life advice. And it turns out this channel is AI. Now looking back,
Deep Humor. ID required. Then they shared this video. Deep Humor. I don't know what video she talks about, but anyway, so there are lots of the accounts on YouTube now. They take popular influencers or YouTubers or famous people, and they generate visuals and audio based on the language, how do you speak, what tone, what... That's crazy. Yeah, I found this video. Frontline Insights, Denys, and report, find it all. I see, Mr. Masaz. Thank you for support. Deep Humor is most just complaints about YouTube, yeah? I don't know, they have not many, like, it's okay number of subscribers, like this.
Fair warning, I'm going to get pretty pissed off in this video, but keeping that in mind, this channel is full of crap. This is a channel full of lies, manipulation, and they are preying upon the average YouTube user who thinks that this is real content. I'm talking about a channel called Before It's Too Late that is going viral, gaining 100,000 subscribers in 1 month by lying.
1 month? 1 month? 100,000 in 1 month, that's crazy achievement.
In all of their content and posting bullshit. I'm surprised nobody's really even talked about this. Here's one of their videos called I'm 73. It took me 52 years to learn this. Don't waste yours. It got 3.7 million views.
What? Jesus. 3.7 million views for AI video. That's bigger than the most popular video on my channel, on Ukrainian channel. 3.7 million, come on.
in 1 month. This is a video of an older gentleman, or what looks like an older gentleman, is talking about his life experiences, the mistakes that he's made, and trying to tell you, whoever's watching the video, to not make the same mistakes. And this is from his life experience, years and years of life experience. And here is him very candidly discussing this. And if you haven't guessed by now, this video is AI. It is extremely hard to tell. AI generated content is getting scarily accurate, and it doesn't even seem like anyone in the comments knows that this is AI content. I'm going to show you guys how this channel creator, who I think is an absolute piece of shit, manipulative scumbag, has gamed the system to go viral on YouTube, and now they are currently making thousands of dollars off of bullshit AI content. I'm going to go ahead and scroll through real quick. Tell me one person over here pointing out, hey, isn't this AI content? Isn't this just a fake person that is trying to spread a fake message? I think this is the only person over here who even makes a slight suggestion that this might be AI, and it just gets to the point where almost every single top comment is just talking about the fact that, oh, this is such a touching message. This
Yeah, people do not recognize it, strangely. Oh my god. Grandpa is goat, he sharpens his experience to save hours. Oh my shit. And in Warburg channel, that particular video, like, it got 200,000 views or something. It also got those comments that they are speaking more about what this AI generated thing tells about, and not about the fact that it's all bullshit, scripted. Probably also text is written by ChatGPT. Software is used to generate that person that looks almost identically like Paul himself. It's even more scam than this one, because here is just a random grandpa, AI grandpa. But Paul is the real freaking influencer. He's a real YouTuber who has his own agenda, and she is.
really resonates with me and all this stuff. And I don't know if this person is filtering comments or something, but yeah, there's no way that this comment section isn't full of people saying, wait, isn't this just AI slop? We're all already aware that AI slop is spreading faster than the bubonic plague did in Europe. We already know that it's everywhere. But the reason why this specific channel is pissing me off is because unlike all these other AI crap channels, it's pretty obvious that they're all AI slop shit. You know, obviously the type of content they make, ridiculous scenarios. But this one is so realistic looking that I'm genuinely convinced that a lot of people that are subscribed to this channel don't know that it's AI. But surely, you know, this guy makes it very clear that his content is AI, right? Oh, let's go and look at the channel description. Welcome to Before It's Too Late. Real life advice from people over 70 sharing the lessons they wish.
They do not even specify that it's AI. Cheers. I think it requires by YouTube to specify that you use AI generated content, but no, it's not.
New at 30, no regrets left unspoken, just honest conversations. Yeah, honest, right? About what truly matters. This channel features authentic stories. Authentic, yep.
Oh, jeez.
Keep that in mind. From seniors sharing their biggest mistakes and most powerful insights about relationships, career, health, family, money, and time. What you'll find here, life advice from people over 60, 70, and 80. I thought you just said it was from people over 70, but regardless. Real stories about regret and life lessons learned too late. Yeah, real stories, right? Remember, real stories, authentic stories, honest conversations. So very obviously, they're making the implication that these are real people telling
Again, honest conversation about aging. Oh,
real stories. Honest conversations about aging and what actually matters, practical wisdom on relationships.
I think it's also made by ChatGPT, this description. They just delivered, like, asked, we need channel description, this story, you know, and they have it. Maybe they don't know English even.
Growth. The clock is ticking. What will you do with your time? Subscribe for weekly wisdom from those who know what matters most. So if it isn't already obvious enough, they have made no sort of
AI generated text.
But wait, they did. Guess where they did it? Way buried in the bottom of their channel description. And this contradicts literally everything that they said above.
Finally, they have disclaimer at least. Individuals on our videos are AI generated for storytelling. Advice is complied from the real experiences. Content is for educational purposes only and should not replace professional guidance.
Disclaimer, individuals in our videos are
Yeah.
AI generated for storytelling. Advice is compiled from real life experiences. Okay, really? Oh, wow. So is there a source that you have on that? Can I get a source of all the stories that you've told on your channel? But anyways, content is for educational purposes only and should not replace professional guidance. I thought you just said that they were authentic stories from seniors. I thought you just said that. What happened to that? I thought you said that this was life advice from people over 67.
Dmitry, thank you for the real life generated Dennis. Thank you for support. Greetings to Switzerland, by the way. AI knows what you want to hear and see better than humans. Yeah, maybe. Sometimes I ask AI about the video description or how to name the video. No, then you're like so tired. Oh, I need to come out with a name for the video. Okay, I need to come out with some of the text on the thumbnail. So I give this task to ChatGPT. Just okay, give me those names, and I will. Sometimes I do not pick up what ChatGPT picks up. Like for example, for the last video, I changed it, but you have this sort of the inspiration at least, and you have variants. Okay, I haven't thought about this one. Maybe I should like mix this answer and this answer as I want and put it as a name. Sometimes I do it, but sometimes I just publish what I think about. Well, if you have like some news especially, and if most of your video is about particular one, so obviously you connect the name like that. But if you want to have clicks on your thumbnail or something on your name, you just go and tell, give me like clickable thumbnail name or clickable video name, and it gives you several of the variants. It simplifies your work, of course, and you don't think, especially for me, I'm not the native speaker, yeah, and sometimes there could be some of the phrases that I don't know. Maybe I can make grammar mistakes as I did before in my video names. So it's better to use AI for that, I guess. And not just me, I saw that other creators, they also use this stuff. For that, AI is good. But image generations, I hate thumbnails with AI generated images, even though I try to do it myself, but now it's kind of cringe, really cringe. So I edit my thumbnails myself. I just post the real photos, maybe of the Russian burning vehicles or of Putin or whatever. Yeah, some individuals, but they're not AI generated because there are tons of the thumbnails on the internet, and I just hate those. Yeah, it's very, very rare when I use generated thumbnails. Like, for example, the last time, I just want to show you. The last time I used the AI generated thumbnail, it was on the trash channel. I just hate those. Just want to go to my videos. I think it was live stream. Yeah, here we go. This is the thumbnail, AI generated thumbnail. But it looks okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like even AI generated. About the game Hightail, or then it was the game. And then there was the game Battlefield 6. Yeah, also AI generated. Or this one, Elden Ring. I tried to play. It looks silly actually. Hates 2. Yeah. Stalker 2 is okay. AI generated thumbnail. Yeah, it's nice design. ChatGPT came out with. Silk Song, yeah, I like it. It really doesn't look like AI generated, right? Then you played like in game style. It looks like some of the artwork, really. But oh, this one, like No Man's Sky, it's like for sure AI generated. It looks silly. GTA, also AI generated. Cyberpunk, I like the design, but it's not fully AI generated. I mixed it up with Photoshop. And I put the name and this Cyberpunk, yeah. It was nice. So I used those thumbnails before. I tried, but yeah. Oh my god, it was so long time ago. Debate. I started this channel from the debate between Joe Biden and Trump. Yeah? The first stream here.
That once all legal challenges have been...
Thing is, I think it was a hard job for everybody. If you check out every country, just put your finger in a globe, like in a map. I wonder where I filmed it, this debate. Clearly not at home. I was way fatter back then. Well, anyways. On the trash channel, I use AI thumbnails. On the main channel, I used it a couple of the times, but now not any longer. For the games, I may use it, yeah. But on some of the other channels, those thumbnails, they look really silly. Can I check it out? Like I have like this channel, for example. This is AI generated by Greg. Greg is a nice guy, but it's just don't like those AI thumbnails. They look ugly. They are like, it's better to have it plain, like Arthur Raleigh. It's raggy. Does he use thumbnails all the time? AI. Well, this is AI Putin. It's not like it's not the whole thumbnail. Still, we have the main footage of some of the system. This is AI Putin. Well, like mixed, but overall it's okay here. Yeah, his face, something is happening. So those are the classical YouTube thumbnails, I would say. But for sure, there's some of the AI. Like this looks ugly as well. Yeah, the best thumbnails is like this guy.
Good morning.
Just Dry Creek Wagner School. Yeah, subscribe for this one. Just the guy speaks to the camera and that's it. And those are the thumbnails he has. Just the pictures from the videos. Really nice. Really nice. But yeah, it's not that clickable, but still we have what we have. Any AI, more AI? Yeah, I think people, they all already figure out that AI thumbnails, they're not so good. Like this is the real thumbnail, for example. Outdoor girl Sophie. Solo camping in extreme cold, more than my gear could handle. Nice video, by the way. I would like to film this stuff. Minus 11 degrees in a tent. Crazy. Yeah, maybe AI thumbnails, they're out of the fashion.
780, and then at the end you tell me that it's all AI generated? And like I said, this channel is going viral, getting over 100,000 subscribers in only 1 month. But let me go ahead and show you the type of content too in terms of what is verbally said. And they literally use these AI generated seniors to manipulate the audience to subscribe. Remember what he said, oh, this is real stories from real people, and then at the end they're like, oh yeah, this is just AI generated for storytelling. Let me show you what this senior citizen says at the end of the video.
Learn from my mistakes. Live intentionally. Prioritize what matters. Stop waiting for someday. Someday is today. It always has been. If this resonates, share this video. Leave a comment. Tell me what you're going to do different.
Looks surreal, yeah? Just some strange mimics, but yeah, maybe like really strange, but it looks so real. Even those books, they're a little bit out of focus. So yeah, the aperture is around 4 here. You see, everything looks so real. Those tiny parts on this sweater, what is this? Tiny here, they all keep in its place. Looks really real.
Subscribe, because I have more truths to share and not much time left.
Not much time
so
left.
he literally says, yeah, go ahead and subscribe because I'm gonna die soon.
Oh, that's crazy. Go ahead, subscribe because I'm gonna die. That's the dark humor here. Jeez.
Okay, yeah. So this is a full of shit channel. I'm surprised there aren't so many videos already calling this channel out. And again, I can prove that this channel is breaking YouTube's guidelines as well, as I have proven with the other AI channels I've talked about. Speaking of bullshit AI channels I've discussed, here's one channel that is trying to exploit Tupac's likeness to make AI music videos called Forever Living. This channel I've made a full video discussing before, has made a bunch of videos where Tupac is collaborating with all these celebrities, except, oh wait, Tupac passed away, so obviously it's not him, it is all AI generated crap. And once again, the only way you're gonna get a confession out of this guy that this is AI content is if you see it in the description and it's just buried in there. However, even though I do think that this guy is also a scumbag, what makes this person a little bit better than that before it's too late dog shit channel that we were just talking about is the fact that they do have a disclaimer in their description that the songs are AI generated, and they actually did label the content as altered or synthetic content. Sound or visuals were significantly edited or digitally generated. For those of you guys who have seen my videos on AI, I have shown you guys this multiple times, but every single YouTuber, if they have AI generated content in their video, does have to actually mark that as being the case. As you can see right over here, this is an option on every single YouTube video. It'll say altered content. Do any of the following describe your content? Makes a real person appear to say or do something they didn't say or do, alters footage of a real event or place, or generates a realistic looking scene that didn't actually occur. You have to put yes on this option to follow YouTube's policy. It literally says you are required to tell us if your content.
Yeah, it's like if you advertise something on your channel, if you have integrations with the sponsors, you also have to put the integration, and then you start to play the video. The box appeared immediately. I think it's left upper corner that this video contains paid promotion or something.
Is altered or synthetic and seems real. Now this person, their entire channel is generating AI of fake seniors and trying to pretend like these are real stories being told by real people. And even in their channel description, like we read, when they say that these are real stories, you know, these are authentic real stories. Where is your proof of that? Show me a link or a...
Yeah, actually they did a stupid thing because they generate AI videos with different guys. If they connect the audience to one family, for example, elderly couple, I think it would get more traction. They just spam random NPCs here. Yeah, it doesn't build a connection between the viewer and subscribe and give a like. Thank you, Axmafaldo. Oh my god, this nickname you have. But thank you. Thanks for support. Synthetic, yeah. So all the live singing channels should have the disclaimer because of auto-tune and pitch correction. It's not an AI, I think.
Actual video of a senior citizen telling these stories. Just because you say something is real doesn't mean that it is. It's like when those movies say that something's based on a true story, but then they don't have any actual proof behind it. So again, let's go ahead and take a look at their description and see if they did that, right? So when you go and look through the description, they talk about a bunch of bullshit where they say that this is all real stories, real advice, no filters. Yeah, I mean, that part is just hilarious to me. But yeah, this is all just making it seem like this is an actual person talking, right?
Yeah.
So when you go over here, way buried in the description, as you can see, there's finally a disclaimer over here that it says that this person is AI generated. And it says that, oh, this is compiled from real life experiences, blah, blah, blah. But again, nowhere in the description is there any sort of link or an article or anything that shows that this is a real story from a real person. And as you can see, something that's also missing is that section where it says altered or synthetic content. That section, if you actually are honest and put it, it will be over here where it'll say how this was made, altered or synthetic content. But as you can see with the freaking, this channel, this crap channel over here, there is no section like that in this video. They have blatantly just not put that option because they know that it's going to make less people watch the video if there's a marker there that says, yeah, by the way, this is AI generated. This person is manipulating people on YouTube, telling them sad sob stories and getting them to subscribe and like the video at an alarming rate. These are the types of YouTubers that are going to take over YouTube and drown out real content creators. It really frustrates me that people don't see this as a problem that it is. And it's really annoying that a lot of these types of videos go under the radar. You will see all of these bullshit commentary slop channels talking about stuff like, oh, look at this new tweet that Pokimane made. Pokimane sucks. Or, oh, look at this Twitch streamer. They're doing something stupid, what a naughty boy. That is all bullshit. None of that is important. Let's talk about some real important stuff. If you actually care about YouTube and you actually care about the platform, we should all be talking about content like this and trying to get YouTube.
Well, yeah, I'm actually expired. I'm expired, maybe. I'm inspired by this video and by Imania story and by what happened to Paul Warburg, and probably gonna film the video on my channel about AI. Maybe today, even after the stream, yeah? Oh, it's been almost 3 hours, yeah, 2 hours and 44 minutes. Sounds okay. Is this your channel? Do I trust you to click the link? Oh, it's my impersonator. Yeah, Frontline Insights. No, it's not my channel, absolutely. 177 videos. Cheers. Malaya Martinez. Eh? Frontline Insights. Let's click. Hello, my friends. This is the Frontline update. We have they just download my videos. They put different picture and the part of my screen of the good news and the bad news for today. As you might see, Russia expands its territory. Why the information? Why the sound is so terrible? Now regular Ukrainian army is like mobilized people. Maybe they changed the sound for it to sound crappier. For me not to apply even some of the strikes on the channel. Thumbnails from my videos, yeah. But latest, like what? Kupiansk? 48 views, like, and what people may break through. As right? Happened in Pokrovsk before, so Ukraine has those background pictures and because it's AI generated. Let's go to the popular one. 5.3 thousand. 12 hours ago. So many views. Wow, guys, it seems like Norway is up to save. But those are the old news. Just Putin down Slava Ukraine from Norway. Oh, what? Come on, guys. Thank you, Norge. Thank you. In the Nordic Russia span. You see, there is weird, annoying graphics, but like the message. Of course, because this is stolen content. But that support is I cannot can I strike this channel? I'm not sure, but maybe I'll try. Because 5,000 views in Corruptus one. Are you crazy? This is not my channel. I know that he is watching me in Corruptus one. I suspect Denys Davydov will file a legal complaint for stealing this channel. His channel. Yeah, I cannot. I'll try. Is it a fake Denys account? Yeah, some people now try. Shit, Denys, I get seasick from watching this. It's not me. Fake AI. This is bias. This is AI generator fake. It's definitely not Denys. YouTube should claim dollars or did love your videos, but the ISLO bureau make it. Yeah. Denys, I've appreciated your channel and detailed honest reporting. The new pretty stock for cryptography. Like some people, they think it's my channel. Like they the new, so maybe they have it in their recommendations or what? How to file the complaint? Can I do it from my channel, from my studio? I'll try to do it. I never done it like separately. Usually you have this content. Oh, the video is #1 now. Content detection center. Copyright removal request. So you have like the list of the videos. Video removed. It's removed automatically. You see. Matches. If I go with matches, you see, like 2.2 viewers. Ukraine attack and Sevastopol. So there are tons and tons of the channels who are copying me, and like they have lots of 100% of their video match. So they basically copy paste, yeah. Copy paste. There are lots of the channels like that. 30,000 views. What? Ukrainian forces gain. Zhuk Media. 100% of their video contain my. So I can potentially strike. Just imagine how many, yeah? The recent one. The most brilliant operation, 6 views. Can we watch it?
Hello, my friends, and welcome. My name is Denys, and this is...
Such annoying voice noise. Like, who the fuck? I think they did something with my voice, I'm not sure, but... Ukraine 2.0. So there are lots of the impersonators, and I can like legally strike them, but removal request, new removal request. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go with this one. So I need to go to let's go to more popular. Equalizes the. Let's check it out. Yeah, let's do it because there is my face, so we can legally strike it. Video request to removal. Video, original song, rate and work, perform arts. I think video, yeah. Select category. TV episode, live stream. Internet video. Source. From my YouTube channel, from my YouTube channel, yeah. My video URL. In the firing video. YouTube video of the video to be removed. This one. Entire video. And I need my video that I need to search from my channel. Then I say about Norway. It was a long time ago. I don't know how to search Norway. Norway. Denys. Yeah. This one. This is my
Wow,
video.
guys, it seems like Norway is up to save the situation for Ukraine entirely. Norway may pledge one...
Yeah, and we just to cross check, is it real?
Wow, guys, it seems like Norway is up to save...
So here we have 14 minutes 37 seconds
for our allies.
40 minutes, and here, yeah, the same video, absolutely. So just want to copy my video. Where is it? My video URL, location, entire video title. Yeah, that's the video title. And copyright owner, my company, myself, yeah. Phone required, let's be Ukrainian phone. Secondary email, relationship to copyright content request. Relationship to the copyright content, your job title, role relating to the content in question. Owner. Content. Owner, content creator and owner. street address. That's my. Oh shit! I showed you my Kiev street address. But it's okay. It's not important because I don't live there. Prevent future copies of this content. Standard request removal now. Prevent future copies of this content are certified that I have worldwide exclusive rights. I have a good faith and belief. I understand. Denys Davydov. Yeah, just to make sure that it's my real video. And I hope I will strike them. I can strike them 3 times. We'll see what they might do. Should I strike them? Because if they, like, if you see what they write here. If I have a good faith belief the use of the material manner complaint is not authorized by the copyright owner. The information has, like, I understand that abuse of this tool, such as submitting removal requests for content I do not own, may result in termination of my YouTube account. They might say, oh, we took your video, but we changed the visual, so you are abusing this tool, so my YouTube account should maybe terminated or what? That's what scares me, because they changed the video. Maybe I shouldn't risk, because they have like 3,000 views or 5,000 views per video. Maybe I'm gonna postpone this. This card change. Maybe I will not strike for now because it's too risky. They may appeal and they may put my channel under the risk, because it says here that if I abuse that, and they might, oh fuck. So for now it's not important. I think still people watch my videos. That's they know that there is in person. I for now let's cancel that stuff. I don't know. Or should I apply? I don't know. Because, you know, then the system itself detects, like in a list, yeah? Then people copy-paste your videos. You can easily apply for that. But if they somehow modify your content, they may say that I abuse this tool, and they may do something about me. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I will be called for the drone operations in Canada in September. What? So for 5,000 views, I don't want to put my, like for 5,000 views on some other channel, I don't want to put my channel at risk. If they have more views, like 100,000 or something, of course I would apply something. For now, let's pause and let's see where it goes, where it leads. I don't think that those kind of the copy paste videos, they might be popular, because I have my real channel and that's it. Can't you just request YouTube to investigate the channels and server videos? YouTube is the soulless, humanless system. It is like, it's better not to touch it, from what I understood. If you have doubts about YouTube, it's better not to even contact it. I contacted support for multiple of the reasons, and never ever they helped me. This is the pure, this is the worst system from all of the platforms. The best so far for me, from what I contacted support, is Spotify. Real humans, like you start with a bot, but immediately very fast with a human. And later on they email you, like, is everything was okay, like we are happy to resolve it, like I had the issues with monetization. I was waiting for it for almost 1 month for the approval, and I wrote to them because it said like 1 week approval maximum, but 1 month has passed, and I emailed them and they say, oh, we will get through it, and they resolved it, and they like very friendly, and I understood that I was speaking with a real human. But YouTube is crazy. YouTube has, it's like for them, if you're even have millions of subscribers, if you're not a Mr. Beast, you're no one. So just those top YouTubers, they may communicate. But if you have even millions, but not the top notch, for YouTube, YouTube is crazy. I don't like YouTube, honestly. But it's the biggest platform, so I'm here. Hi, Ava. I reported the channel. Yeah, you may report the channel. For you, it's okay. Or I may call people to report the channel. Click on the channel, click report channel, click on the channel, impersonated someone else. Yeah. Maybe it's the proper variant. Even, you know, the idea for me now, because with the story with this Paul Warburg, because there is impersonator. Also, I bought this thing because of that, you know, because it tracks, the camera will track me, and it's hard to do on AI if the background is changing. If the background is changing, it's almost impossible. With the fixed background, AI may work, but so far, with the changing background, if you just once in a while you walk or something, yeah, it's not possible. So maybe if camera tracks me and I will just speak and move around, not all the time like a goalkeeper or something, but just randomly, you know, walk somewhere to new location, zoom out, zoom in, focus out, focus in. I think it's more complicated for AI to impersonate me like that. It just made YouTube happy, yeah. So YouTube is crazy. I remember then I lost my monetization. It was probably the glitch, but it was for many of the YouTubers. Also Arthur Ray, I think some of the other YouTubers, we lost monetization just in a single day. That was the thing. Can we do it for you? Subscribe. Thanks for support, but yeah, I don't know what to do with that channel. I don't know. For now, I will not apply some of the reports. It's too risky. I've been here since beginning, and ideal threats to the channel. Ideal threats to the channel are joke, and I can testify to anything. What? Well, if they gain the traction, of course, like thousands of views, of course I will apply report. They use my thumbnails, they use my videos, just a little bit changing the camera, yeah, not the camera, but the picture itself. Only way to get help on YouTube is if you have big Twitter following and contact them there. Yeah, Evelyn, you're correct. Only via Twitter you may contact some of the support. Yeah, once I got my my Payoneer account blocked. I don't know for what reason, just like that, blocked. and only via Twitter I was capable to contact support, and they unblocked my account. Why it was blocked, who knows? And via Payoneer I obtained funds from Patreon. Yeah. Watermark, no, the watermark doesn't help. I wonder if I generate a total new content, but if your style, can you report? No, of course. Of course not. AI generate with my face? I don't think that I can report. Paul Warburg cannot report his AI impersonator because it's generated. Yes, it's AI generated content, but it's the generated content, yes, using his face, but legally it's the different content, not his content. Yeah, with him, but not his. So yeah, YouTube cannot do anything about it. Not so fair. Yeah, so people may, that's why then I saw like Paul Warburg and his videos and how he was impersonated, and he cannot do anything with that. That's silly. So I understood that even speaking head videos, they are very well copied and pasted. Yeah, that's why I like the idea. The idea is to use this thing, yeah, to move in the screen. At least for now, it should work. But in the future, like in a couple of years, I think it will not work. It will be identical video as I was there filming or whatever. It's bad. I think legally with lawyer, yeah, with lawyer, but who would go with a lawyer and that stuff? Come on. Speak truth and it will set you free. Well, guys, I think it's been a while, 3 hours of the stream, so thanks for joining. It was very entertaining as for me today. Seems like I was not like freezing as I sometimes do on Twitch. See the link on Twitch. What? So guys, see you tomorrow hopefully on a new stream. Thanks for activity. 142 people today. Yeah, usually more, but what can I do? Maybe I should start streams earlier. We'll see. See you around, guys. Ciao, and you are awesome. Ciao, ciao. Bye.